Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's episode of Storm King's Thunder. They're falling 200 feet into a pit ready for battle. Who would like to discuss what happened very quickly in the last session? How about Curls, who has all the notes in the world?
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Pressure.
I looked to see who looks the most unprepared. Blue was about to be going, no.
Fuck you, I'm trying to get roll 20 out.
I was like, I actually remember how this happened.
I can do it.
I can do it. It's up to you.
Okay, all good.
Sorry, because I took very good notes last session. So we went from Everland to Farbar, and we had to walk through a village that was very familiar to moi. And it was completely decimated and burnt and salted, essentially. And we went on to Felbar, and then my phone goes off because people are twitting at me. And Kirak and Ash decided to go back to see if they could help. They couldn't help so much, but Kirak saw all kinds of creepy shit, and they also buried old people and made Glory cry. And then we went on to Boron as well. Stop tweeting, motherfuckers.
No. I love that GIF usage.
We went on to Boron as well. We found it's just basically a huge fucking cavern in the floor. And we sent Fanakala, who wasn't very happy with us, and some bats, eagles? I can't remember. I think it was bats, yes, bats. And set them into the hole, and we found some assholes performing some kind of ritual and some kind of fire giant child. And some cultists and all kinds of weird shit, and then we made a kind of haphazard plan hoping we could dive in, free the fire giant, and use the fire giant to help us in all this crazy shit that's about to go down. And that's what you missed. I just went into the wrong D&D campaign.
And with this,
very well prepared.
As you're all leaping down into this pit, we're going to say that you're all about 150 down, those who are flying. Those who are using the rope, it's going to take you a while. But I don't imagine most are using the rope. I believe there was a plan of general pros.
But don't think anyone
Glory's on my back, if I recall, and I'm a giant bat. Actually, I've got that written down. I'm a giant bat, and I have 8 little bats with me.
As I recall, I picked up Roman.
The book says, Kirak, Roman, aerial support, Varus, aerial support, Glory, and Zero, and then Varus is going to do some stuff.
Yeah,
Varus, you were going to use slow fall, weren't you, or something similar, that kind of spell typeage.
Basically, at the start, me and Ask, I don't know if Ask wants to skydive, but I'm going to control, so me and Ask are skydiving, and I'm going to feather fall us, start halfway down.
Perfect. So for the sake of that, as you two are going at velocity, especially her, who you realize very quickly gets further and further ahead of you as there's a lot more weight moving down there in that plate armor. You two get to about the 100 mark before anyone else. So you both are both 100 feet up, and I believe you go 30 feet a turn?
I think it's 60. I will click
60
it.
feet a turn?
Yeah. Look at it.
And as you do that, I would like everyone to begin rolling initiative and place yourselves where you want to come in on the map. Bearing in mind, the side that you guys are coming from is this side.
Okay.
So this is the side where you'd be jumping down from if you watch it. That's
We'll need to be resized. Because our tokens are defaulting to that size. Oh god, Roman, why?
Bigger?
My roll 20's having a minute. Give it a sec.
Look what it special.
Yes! High initiative!
Yeah.
Initiative's based on dex, which means my giant bat has a dex of 16, so it would be +3.
Yeah.
Lock.
I'll just roll initiative and then add 2 to it.
Okay. So you have an initiative of 15. Except you forgot to click yourself.
Clicked it wrong. Yep. Just.
Hey, what? Have your icon over on the far side?
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
I can't see. What have you done?
Luck. Can I transfer some luck?
No.
No, I know.
No.
No.
That's unfortunate.
Initiative of -1, does that mean he never gets a turn?
I'll just sort of pop off.
You got an initiative of -1?
No, Ash got
Not
an
me.
initiative of
Ash
-1.
did.
Because she has a -2 to Dex.
Oh, strictly my familiar is also
My
out.
wife.
My familiar would be with me.
Familiar goes on their own initiative?
I tend
I
to
think-
treat summons and things like that like going on that person's initiative for
think-
the sake of ease of management of character.
That's fair.
Rules wise, yes, but das rules is what we're playing. So.
Oh, jeez.
Oh fuck my ass! What is that?
I mean, it's
It-
beautiful, but
it-
good god.
Get ready! Get ready! It's about to fuck your ass. Bend over.
There's my
Thank
boss.
you.
Right? Me and Glory, me and Ash could probably land.
I'm gonna have to roll my
I,
initiative again, but it's still gonna be 15.
I'll actually just toss Glory on. Ba-boom! Stomp all
Sup,
over the giant!
motherfuckers?
Stomp all over the giant!
Next time you invite Pam.
A+.
Next time you invent them.
How goes your barbecue, the Smiths? Not too good, it doesn't seem.
I'm so scared.
None of you can do the screamy voice proper.
I do this.
Baby needs neck. I give baby's neck of cleaner.
Before eating Tide Pods was a meme.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
Don't
forgot.
get me started on
Fucking
that shit.
Kirok has me in her fucking talons.
Yes, I am
2
carrying
words.
you.
Natural selection. Moving on.
I am carrying you. But because I am flying, it means that I don't have to be in the big cluster. In theory, we could be wherever we want to be in this circle, so if you want a tactical position...
Yeah.
Sorry, but the way I moved your icons together, it looks like you're just leaning, like pressed up against her, looking up her shoulder, like, thanks for the lift.
It's only me and Ash that are sort of tethered to where the rope is, because that's where we jumped from. Everyone else could land wherever they wanted to, effectively, because they're flying.
Mm-hmm.
When will
So-
my roll 20 return from the war?
Descending.
When
Uh,
will my roll 20
Glory,
show?
We're gonna let Kira go, and after that, you can then say you're going on X initiative. So we'll say, like, say if you roll
Yeah, that's fine.
too high, we'll say you'll go on to the end of the turn.
Yeah, just do Kirk's then.
I mean, I could roll for you, Charles.
No,
No.
With my -1.
Blue.
you
Yeah.
broke one. You're not getting.
Funny thing, from here, I could just shoot these guys over here.
I could as well, to be honest. So we could take out the distant targets, but I'm not going to do that because I'm going to open up guns blazing.
I can also hit that thing.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I can hit that thing as well.
I mean, so could I.
So, guys, Ash may be going first of these three, and would you like to know why? Because players
Right,
always
Dex.
go first when you roll a natural 1!
Oh,
Wow.
you're not
Alright.
as well. Okay.
Ah.
Should we
Oh,
change that
dang.
to? Should we change that to like 3, just so it's in order?
No, I'm
Leave
gonna
it.
leave it there.
You can manually move it anyway.
Oh, okay. That's
The giant isn't going much further away anyway, if the giant breaks 3. Oh wait, sorry, Roman's there, so we'll swap Roman and the giant around. Cool. Kirok, you're up.
Hi. Yes. I think I'm going to go for these two.
I do this.
Yeah, because she's in the middle and looks important, so I definitely want to hit her. So I will cast a fireball beneath us, centered here, so that it hits both of these knobs. And I'm going to do
Knobs,
it
yeah.
at 5th level.
oh.
Okay. Cast away.
Why did that...
Sorry,
that
that's
was-
a wall of stone.
Yeah, 5th level spell.
Oh.
Ignore that.
You
Cast
just got all
that.
the stone underneath yourself.
Cast at 5th level. I would like to empower that spell and re-roll those 3 ones because that is crap.
Go ahead.
Let me flip back to my sorcery page. Empowered spell is 2... 1 sorcery point, okay. Fair enough. That's...
Pretty good.
So that's 3 down from that brings you to 24.
It's an extra
Plus
7.
10 to 34.
Oh, yeah, including that 7. Yeah.
I'm here, by the way.
Hello. I'll move you up the initiative.
As you might
order.
expect, closing tiny chat solved the problem.
That's fair.
It always
Fair
does.
enough. Okay, and just for clarification, how far up in the air are we? Me and Roman specifically.
I know you've got spell sniper, so I know you don't really need to consider the actual range of it.
It's
So
not
you're up as high as you want.
I mean, technically, for terms of fireball, it's 150 feet.
Okay, so
Range.
Spell sniper, so it's doubled.
only on things that have attack rolls. So I'm at least
Yeah.
I'm at least 150 feet off the ground. And I
If you
think
want to, you can say that you're 100 feet up then.
do we want to go lower?
I mean, I'm good at 150. That's pretty much my
Roman,
max
as
range.
you're looking up to her, as she's got her claws wrapped around your arms and saying this to her, a stream of fire right past you. No, it's just this bead. It's just this bead that just strikes down.
It's like basically a little ember, like, oh, what's that? Oh god, okay.
It's like one of those small, deceptive fireworks.
As Kirok holds Roman above this massive raging ball of fire, would you like to go lower?
Oh, the effect.
Das, I've got a question.
Okay.
We will. Let me answer that in a minute. 'cause
I'll
that's-
I'll go to 130 feet.
So, you watch as your fireball blasts down. The tribeswoman that is further up on the map manages to pull herself away, covering herself by one of the trees, which is now entirely inflamed right now. And as that is occurring, the shaman had a sacrificial dagger, like this long curved blade of a knife raised up, as if praying up towards the sky, and just catches her point blank. Her skin is ashed, torn, and she's confused as she tries to pull herself up, looking around, trying to see what'll happen. So, you fucked her up.
Awesome. I will expend 2 sorcery points and give her a little teeny tiny firebolt as well, just to rub salt in the wound
Okay.
as a bonus action.
Pew!
I love it when things are programmed incorrectly.
I always laugh when that happens.
Thanks, Roll20.
It's like, I'm sorry, Blue, but I just picture Kate going, doesn't work, just like,
You hit, Roman.
I do this. Let me check. Yeah, that'll hit.
Ooh, excellent.
Not that well armored.
Nice.
Any particular way you want to kill this bitch?
Oh my god.
I'm doing it.
Oh geez, there is just a skeleton left.
Okay. You hear the skies above you crack open, and you hear this great ominous voice. Finish her! This character lays down this one little fireball. It strikes down, and where once there was singed flesh, it just burns and burns and burns, and this almost immediate, almost acidic like flame erupts over her, just scalding flesh, muscle away, till nothing but the skeleton is left that is just flailing. Already the throat is gone, there are no screams, there's just silent wails of nothing. As the Utgard shaman is utterly fucked!
Yes. There's just a few cinders sort of float around Kirok, and a little bit of static, but nothing else.
Ah, god.
It's my
Ah,
turn.
stop touching me. Ah, god.
Can you do a bit of a phoenix impression?
Go extra say.
Now just give me one
Like a
second.
phoenix.
Excellent reference choice.
So you guys, as well, just to note, as that smoke hits and just like destroys her down as well, there's a thunder crack in the distance, just, and that's the end of your turn, Kara.
Yep.
Varys.
Okay, so first of all, my question. I know the hole we said was about 200 feet deep, right?
It's 200 feet deep. Yes.
The cavern. How high is the roof in this cavern?
I'd say it's about 150.
Oh, so it's quite high up. So okay.
Yeah. If you were to use the map across on the right as a reference, it's good. Like say for give you an idea where you guys are currently fighting. Actually, I'll expand it out for you guys because you guys can now see that other side, so it's only fair. So here, guys, you can now see the other perspective of the map properly.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So you guys can see that the it's a good, like that's about actually from point to point here. That's like 150.
Okay.
So-
So I was
okay.
just worried that we can see what's happening if we're high up.
Oh yeah, if you're high up, you can see this. This
you
is
can still see the cavern.
Oh, so
Yeah.
150 feet is higher than I expected. That's almost outside.
Yeah. you guys are literally on the cusp of it throwing it down.
My other question: these guys here
Yeah.
and over here, are they giant-like or are they big tokens?
Make a history check.
History check. Good at history.
Very
Damn, he's good at history.
Jinx. Now
It's
you
almost
have
as
to-
if. Meh.
You two are the Liam O'Brien and Sam Riegel of this group. You're like, meh, whatever. You've heard rumor of them before, and while you were in Gontal Grim, Citadel Felbar, you did try to read on a few specific things, but you couldn't find any details on what you did at the time. But one thing you did recall from one of the tomes was that the tribal Northmen, there's a weirdness to them in the fact that some are of humanoid size, but there are those that apparently the North favors greatly, and there tend to be larger, far stronger men and women of their people in that way as well. Similar in size to say Goliaths, but not actually Goliaths.
Okay, that's cool. I assume I've got one turn of descending before I hit the floor as well if I'm feather falling.
Yeah.
As I'm descending, I want to get out in giant to the fire giant. Help us and earn your freedom.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, advantage is
Because someone just got barbecued.
Yep. That dagger as well was being lifted, and the giant is basically being pulled, for those who don't know, across the altar, so their throat is exposed over the altar, and she was getting ready to prepare some sort of slice. So,
great.
the giant looks up to you and confused and says, "I just want to escape." And that's
good.
What else you want to do? Because that's a lot to do.
I will do an action. Oh, I mean it's a lot. I know. Out of character, do we remember who had the chamber opening? I don't know if someone took it.
Hello,
Yeah.
it's me. I'm
You
doing
still
it.
got it.
It's me. I'm doing it.
In that case, I would.
We're trusting Curls to open up a fire giant's chains.
I will just blade song and haste, action bonus action on myself.
You are going to descend so gracefully. It's like a ballerina or just some kind of dancer slowly descending in a spiral, your leg outstretched.
Yes.
Flamboyantly fantastical.
So extra.
Zero little. You're
Alright,
a little
so I'm
bat.
100
What do you do?
So I'm 100, not a little bat, I'm a giant bat. I'm 150 feet in the air, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and the plan is to take glory to the giant, so I'm going to take my dash action as a giant bat to go 120 feet directly towards the giant.
Okay. You will be about. You'll be near. You can be as close to it vertically as you want, but horizontally you'll still have to get down another 30. You have to get down another 30 feet, but you can be anywhere around her that you want. The actual space is a bit smaller. So
Okay,
if you
but
wanted to, you could get anywhere here, like in regards to.
Well,
actually
since
going
I've
down.
probably gone a straight dive from the edge, I should probably be at the halfway point between the giant and the edge. Would make sense. since
I'd
I've
say,
probably had-
well, anyway of the edge, like you'd still be going down diagonally, so that'd be 150 down thereabouts. So you're about 30 off the ground now.
and my little bats are dashing after me, but they're even at a dash, that's 60 feet of movement for them, so they're way off yet.
It's more like this aesthetical swarm that's following you in.
Hey guys, does anybody need supplemental cancer protection?
No, thankfully.
We don't right now. Maybe after this fight we might. But we'll see.
There's no cancer on the internet that you saw lately that you need protection from, or
Well, possibly.
Is this a tangent?
There's a
don't
few YouTubers I know.
I don't think there's enough protection in that small package. The amount of cancer on the internet.
I mean, it
Anyway.
literally gave TV cancer.
Let's-
So.
Anyway,
Anyway, Glory, I got you 30 feet from the giant, so yeah.
I can jump 30 feet. No, I'll stop my turn.
It's like, actually, don't drop me.
But yeah, that's my turn, because I literally just moved as fast as I could. I can't do anything else.
Did you dash?
Yeah, dash. That's
Okay.
why I moved 120 rather than 60.
I don't know how much movement a bat has.
On either side of the altar currently, Glory, there are trees that if you were released from, you might be able to row yourself over to. If you swing yourself with 0, just to present an idea. But it is now your turn. Would you like to wait to descend?
Alternatively, how does the chime of opening work?
Yeah, it doesn't have a bit of
Just
a
a
range.
second. I will get it up and I will attack.
Opening,
Magic item.
because I realised that I do not.
Also
No,
place.
because it was different.
It's 120 foot range. You
120?
120 foot range. You say,
Say a word that I know. That
yeah.
you've taught me that I
No,
can't say out of
you don't even
character.
say a word. You don't even say a word. You just strike it and it works. That's what it says.
Oh, you have to,
point
like,
Dum.
You
point
you
it?
just point at something and go dong and it unlocks it.
So how many chains are screwing this giant?
It's all just one large mechanism, but it seems more like there's like one central lock holding it, but there's just a large, like you can imagine there's probably hundreds of pounds of weight of a chain
Yeah.
strapped around this giant, but all being held by one
That's
point.
fire giant. I'm not worried about that. Gloria's just gonna yell out, Varys, is she in?
Yes.
I will use the chime of opening then.
Good
Okay.
enough for me.
The dome of opening.
Tell me what to do and I'll do it.
Okay, so mark down that there's one less charge now on the chime of opening.
How many was I stopped with and how many
3.
was not a thing I was keeping track of? There was 3 and
left. It's in the party.
there's 3 left. Okay. So now there's 2 left.
Now there's 2 left.
But now there's 3.
Now there's
2.
2 left. There we go.
Done.
Shot.
It's in the
Quick
party. loot, it's
question.
done.
If I could retcon a little, is it possible that I could have my little bats cling to my underbelly so I can be like some sort of aircraft carrier for them?
Okay, yeah, we can. I'll let you be the what would be the proper thing? Literally a helicarrier. Yeah, you're a helicarrier. Glory, there's a bunch of little bats that are all cuddled up around you.
Weirdly, Gloria's fine with this.
I mean, really, if anything, it'd be kind of like a bomber.
The
Okay.
bombers drop drones, yeah.
Hang on. I'm gonna. Yeah, sure, fuck it. Let's drop.
You gonna
I do
drop?
that as a.
You can just. You
I don't
can
know
just-
what this would all count as.
No, you could definitely let yourself fall. This is going to be a dexterity saving throw to like land properly,
So,
or
yeah.
you can make an athletics check to throw yourself towards the trees and see if
I was
you can
gonna
catch-
say, can I make athletics?
Sure.
Can this will sound particularly bizarre, but can the bats, since they're so close to her and everything, just sort of swarm her and spread their
No.
wings to sort of lessen her descent?
No, there's
Let's
about
try.
200 pounds of fighter there.
Come on, athletics. Wait, what did you say
All
I
you
could
gotta
do?
say.
You can make an athletics check towards the trees, or you could just drop and make a dex check.
I will make an athletics out of those 2, thanks. I didn't mean to roll up with advantage.
Well, you don't
No,
have
yeah,
advantage,
normally,
but a
20
21 is good enough. You just throw yourself, and 0, in that moment, you lose your grip on her, and you just fall towards one of the trees, and you try to grab for branches. You realize the branch is too thin, and you just reach in and you grab the central part of the tree itself, and you just grab around with your arm, and it just slide down. You're getting rope burn off of this, definitely, and you're definitely knocking off a lot of twigs, like a lot of sticks and actual branches are breaking around. You can feel that tension on your hand. But you fall down and you manage to
Let's
slow
hit the
yourself.
rock.
You
Well,
manage to
I mean,
fall your way down, and you land up to your own feet. But you are going to take
I mean, she's wearing gloves, so...
Actually, no. I was gonna say you're gonna take a 1d6 fire damage, but you're resistant to fire, so never mind.
Oh yeah. There's a fraction.
Let's get that massive thunderball off your head.
I'm trying to think of a symbol for haste, but it's a bit big.
Bit big.
I'll remember.
So you land to the ground, and that's your turn.
Dope.
Sounds like a good turn to me. I just hope this fire giant doesn't turn around and swat me.
The fire giant unarmed, just all the chains begin trying to just. Once that is gone, you realize that was the focal point holding everything. Everything else just begins falling off. But that is the end of your turn.
She's dead.
The thunderbolt into the heavens strikes down at the corpse, and you just hear this deep, tribal ritualistic chanting. This deep, can't really make out even vowels or consonants or any words or any thing of it, but it's just that, and you just begins pulling yourself back up. Skeleton, immediately having flesh reform, it's now like this red rot skin. And on her turn, this very angry fucker is what kind of is she? Oh yeah, this is the red tiger. But she's not going to use one of those
The
instead.
fuck does that mean?
It's the red tiger.
She looks out towards all of you and just begins speaking. God.
Jade serpent, watch over you.
And her hands spring out. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ah!
Did you just see the absolute fear on my face then? Oh no.
This is a straight roll, no one gets advantage.
Fuck.
Yeah, I've changed that. Sorry, I don't know whatever.
Wait, is this
It does it
spell?
every time I load it, Broadway.
This is the spell, but no one declared counter spell.
No. I don't care about that. I'm a gnome.
Ah, okay.
Saving throw, Tides of Chaos.
I just need to check it real quick, because I'm
Are you
pretty
gonna roll a
sure-
d4 to add to it?
No, this is Tides of Chaos, not Bend Luck.
Oh, you can re-roll it.
Yeah, Tides of Chaos. It says you can use it to gain advantage on attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. I've only ever used it on attack rolls, but I can use it
Yeah,
on
that's
saves.
better. That's better.
Please roll
Yeah.
higher.
Yeah, because I totally forgot about.
I mean, it's
cunning.
higher.
You have advantage on all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws against magic.
Speaking of, how does that work? Hang on.
Oh,
Do
that
you
was
want my
that
bats
was,
to
Oh,
make
Maris.
a saving
that was
throw?
actually Ask.
No, don't worry
Sorry.
about the bats.
Okay, I can make it as a group.
That
No.
6 was Ask, not me.
Okay.
You gonna use that luck?
That was me. What was the bonus? I get a +3 because I'm next to Ask, right?
I'm
Yeah.
just checking something. Do not declare the roll.
So 100% using luck.
I'm just gonna check how something works
I would accept
real
that.
fast. Yeah. Oh no, that I fail. Okay, never mind. Carry on.
So Ask got a 6.
So, who rolled below a 14?
Me, damn it!
If I failed, I will use Indomitable.
How did it
Okay,
Roll the
you may now
30.
re-roll.
Shit.
The first time I've ever used this.
You can only use it once a day.
Can only use it once a day, but this seems like it might be bad. Come on, higher, come on, higher, come on, higher. That's higher!
Excellent.
You
Christ.
no longer. Okay, so it is currently only. Is it Kirok and Ashk that are suffering the fail? Yeah.
Yeah.
Roman as well.
Nope.
Oh, no,
Roman-
yeah.
no,
I
he's
got
succeeded.
advantage.
So, Ashk and Kirok.
don't know
You
why that
both
was
take
that.
18 points of necrotic damage
Ouch.
as you suffer from Curse of the Damned, and you're both cursed.
Oh, that doesn't sound
Nice.
nice. That doesn't sound nice.
Finally, Carla made the save. Don't know why it whispered it.
Do we have any idea what kind of cast she is? Like, what school of magic this is? Like, is she a wizard, warlock, something?
Never really learned how.
Well, at that moment, you can't really tell because it's a skeleton. But when the casting gets cast out, like it's flung out, and a dark energy sinks into both Ashk and Kirok, and it just pulls a portion back. There's still some darkness over them, but it just gets pulled a portion back towards itself and begins to regenerate from that.
Okay, I know what I'm doing.
And it seems to have healed itself up quite a good bit. Even perhaps stronger than it was originally.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh, she got 18. Sorry, I need to do Ash hit points, don't I? Does she have any resistance in the quarry? I assume not.
No.
18 damage, yeah?
She has
she does give a bonus to people on
magical
saving
damage.
throws.
She did, yes, but she's
You have to be within
only
10 foot.
close to
Oh, 10
Varric.
foot. Okay.
With me and her diving together. Well, I didn't need
But
it,
you
so I
will
rerolled.
get the half damage from. Actually, no. Paladins give that, I think, only to allies. Someone check the Oath of Ancients. Spell resistance at level
Yeah.
7.
I will check
briefly.
that. I've got it
Is this the +3 thing?
Beginning at 7th
It's 10
level,
feet
ancient
again.
magic lies. 10. Yeah,
It's
you
10
and
feet
yeah.
again,
So
so-
she has resistance, so she would take half damage. It's 10 foot. Yeah.
Okay, she only has 9 damage taken then.
Great.
But for you, right now, in that moment, and Kirok, have you any resistances yourself? Just any in general?
You!
Okay. Varus, or I'll just say this now for Ashk.
Yeah.
Ashk feels like that resistance she has to spells is gone.
Oh fuck yeah! God, shit.
Suddenly intensely glad I used that.
Okay, that's her turn because that's literally all she's gonna be able to do. Okay, and Cinderhild is now freed. Is going to throw
I'm
up.
sorry?
Oh, sorry, you're there. Your bitch ass. Give me a little warlock fuck. There you go.
Okay. Since, I actually have my turn. Does she appear to be undead?
I mean, she's a skeleton.
Well, now she's more of a fleshy.
Oh, God.
Not so much. You can see the muscle, but more like third-degree burn level of tissue is what you can see on her right now.
Gonna hit her with that chill touch.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna hit.
Alright, cool. That's 8 points of damage. Plus, also, like I said, if she is undead, she now has disadvantage against me on attacks.
Okay. You fire it out, and it just kind of just hits into the shoulder. There's that blackness that sets in, but she looks at it and looks to you more annoyed than anything else. As her skin is now beginning to reform over, and there's just like these signs of like blood and tear, or like this kind of makeup design down her eyes, like slits, that is in the design of blood. That is now, even that has reformed, but only barely. Now it's going to be time for Cinderhild, who throws up the chains from around herself, looking towards the one that is mostly responsible for her capture, and takes a large portion of the chains in hand, and is going to proceed to try and whip the absolute shit out of the shaman in front of her. So, let me just make sure her things are whispered. Always whispered, that's a good thing. That hits. And another attack, and that also hits. So it's just 2 whack, but this is not a weapon she's clearly skilled with. These are chains. These aren't whips. These aren't clubs or anything. She's nothing to use. So she's beating the shit out of the shaman with it. Shaman seems to have taken... even it's weird. You see the sheer force of these strikes against her. The shaman who's now focused looking up towards Roman, it's more like getting batted to the side and batted to the side before looking over her shoulder irritatedly at this fire giant. Doesn't seem to be taking as much damage. Ashk is descending. Does Ashk want to do anything on her turn?
She must have a spell or something, perhaps.
Okay, that's you.
Oh yeah, I was totally muted while I was talking about
Dumbass.
She will throw everyone's favourite beam of light, Moonbeam,
Hey! Get some radiant damage.
on that fucking shaman bitch, straight on her tits, right on her face.
Okay, that's a Constitution saving throw from her, and
Wait, second level spell. So
okay, cast it out as a second level spell, and I have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Moonbeam.
Nope, does not succeed. So that is
It
the
radiant.
blast. Yeah, the blast hits out, and the impact almost knocks her to, like, say, a knee, but she manages to use the momentum to pull herself back up. You've seen this effect really take, like, usually deal a solid punch to people, and again, like the other attacks, it seems like they're not hurting as much.
Okay. And then as she is descending, I don't think she's going to do anything else at the moment, apart from maybe prepare. No, she'll use a bonus action, prepare a Searing Smite. Wait, Searing Smite? That's not the best. Sorry, just bear with me.
That's a concentration.
Oh, the smites are concentration, then she won't do a smite. She will just descend gracefully for the rest of her turn.
Okay, at the end of Ashk's turn, the shaman in the middle points towards. Oh, excuse me, I'm almost sneezing. Sorry. Points towards all of you and then focuses on the giant. Seize them! And,
Bitch.
this big boy is going to use his aggressive and is going to shoot the whoop over here.
Brilliant.
And I don't think you're on the ground yet.
I'm probably close. It's 60 foot a turn, so I assume I'm like landing before my next turn.
You'll land during your next turn.
Okay.
Not now, though. So the Berserker is going to recklessly throw itself at Glory.
That sounds like my normal Tuesday. Hi.
And make sure these are whispered. They are. And swing. That's a crit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay, so that's 14 points of slashing damage with the great axe. He charges around the corner, almost throwing it out of his hands at you. And in that moment, as he does, you manage to parry off the second strike away from you. But he gets one good solid swing in at you. Now this boy runs up towards the back of the fire giant, and it's going to start carving at her hind legs. Funnily enough, it looks like these two pieces of art look like they belong together, actually.
They do, actually.
So, again, recklessly going to throw himself towards her, as this blood-red gleam goes over his eyes, and that's a hit. And that's a hit. In this moment, you realize this giant clearly isn't the most physically or combat-wise expertised. Already a massive cut around her calf has forced her down to one leg, and the giant's managed to stab into the side of her and across the torso. Or the Berserker, excuse me. Who else? This boy is going to dash as far as he can there. And let's see. Varus, as you're coming down closer, this tribal warrior is going to throw a spear up at you, seeing as you seem somewhat lightly armored.
Sure, I love spears.
That's a 22.
I'm strictly at 15. I was 20. I'm at 22. That's my AC.
So that will hit for 6 points of damage.
Oh, that's alright.
As the spear swings up and stabs
Why
into
did
the
you
side
say
before
that?
falling out. The tribal warrior over on this side, you two, I know full well, are still far out of reach. Is that going to throw at Glor?
Go for it.
That is a miss. I don't know why a con save was made.
That was my concentration check. +5 for Blade Chong, so I make the con save. Thanks.
What's that? Oh, for haste. Oh yeah.
I get +5 for being,
Blade
shot.
singing.
so I get 11. Just for concept.
Jesus.
That would have sucked for you. You would have had a turn of being stunned next to a berserker,
Yeah, a turn of falling, and a turn of being stunned.
and he would have just gone, "Ooh, did her!"
So
And
I
the
put
tribal
Paladin
warrior on the
so-
far side is going to throw their spear up towards the giant. What's her AC? Not good. You're realizing something as well of her. Most giants, when they are heavily armored or thick-skinned, her skin is soft. She's young. She's clearly out of her element, and that spear swings up and just stabs into her again. That giant's not looking good. That's the berserkers and the tribal warriors all gone. And oh yeah, I got these 3 that are going to begin trying to move up. That's as far as they can get.
Oh, the ball
Right.
is over there.
Kirok.
Sorry to interrupt, Kirok. Because I don't want to die too slowly. The Manticore, is he just... Do we know he's there, or is he just doing nothing?
Seems to be doing nothing.
Wait, cool. I'm
Cool,
happy
if,
with
if he's chilling, then fine.
If they could continue to do that, that'd be lovely.
You could be like the troll in the last fight, just do your own biz.
Just,
Sometimes there's just creatures in the world that if you fuck with, they'll fuck with you. If you leave them alone, they might leave you alone.
yeah, no, the Manticore is just basically sitting in the water, just like. Oh, no, no.
He's got popcorn.
Yeah, he's fucking loving this. He's like a sphinx. Continue to slaughter each other for
Right.
my amusement. I'll eat the corpses.
Cool. What's the range on this one? Because it is not an attack roll.
Kirok,
That's fine.
make a wisdom saving.
Ah, that's better.
Okay, so you only take 6 points of necrotic damage this time.
Okay.
And that energy pulls from you again into her. She seems to be just regenerating still. Again.
Actually,
Chill touch.
chill touch.
Stops
Can't heal.
Stops HP regeneration.
Not even when you get it from a god can that stop it. Yeah, that's still touch. That's the power of a
You can't
cantrip.
regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
That's why it's such a cool cantrip.
Yeah,
it
it's
is. It's
fucking
fucking
powerful.
amazing.
It's like, who needs firebolt?
It's only useful
Control.
against very particular creatures, but
Yeah, like things that I like, which are sacks of hit points. Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Kirok, what do you want to do on your turn?
Um.
Damn it, I went past you.
Problematic. Because we're still in the air.
You do see them coming over. They're like shouting. Going, "Ah, blah, blah,
Yeah, I
blah."
know. I do see them. That's why I'm going to take action. I'm going to center it. Hang on, I gotta check sizing of things. 20 foot. That's way too small. Alright, on this map it's way too small. How are they 20 feet big? This makes no sense.
The models don't make sense. This is a map made in SKT, so it presumes, hey, do you want to drop a giant on them? We'll match it so that you can fit a giant on this map.
This is annoying. Do I use the squares or do I use the measurement? Because I want
Use
to
the measurement.
I want to use Storm
Squares.
Sphere, but based off the measurement, Storm Sphere is going to be that big, which is not useful.
The squares are 50 foot. That helps.
But Storm Sphere is not useful in this situation because according to the measurement, it's that big, which does nothing.
We're dealing with big guys. What happens when you
Yeah,
fight
sorry,
giants?
folks. That's how the. Actually, I'll reveal it down here as well.
That's how big it's meant to be.
It's a
Meant to be-
in-
Look, I'll reveal it for you guys down here at the bottom left. You'll see next to that symbol there, there
shit.
is in fact a 50 foot for icon thing.
Jesus.
So they are meant to be 50 feet.
Yeah.
Damn, these
This-
guys are big.
If this is an in-game
It's a
map,
whole thing with
then-
Yeah,
Okay, right.
they tend to make everything bigger so that you can actually do stuff on the map.
It's
so
not the
like,
not the squares. I'm fine with the squares being big. It's the people.
The big people.
The big people are the problem, not the big map. I love big
Look,
maps.
you're all big because I literally couldn't make them any smaller. Like when you get your icon over them to try
Damn,
and like
you
make
roll
them smaller,
20.
the dots were too big. We'll just roll with it.
It's cool.
Okay,
Never
right,
mind.
that spell's useless then, I can't use it. Right,
But you had
that's,
some single target spells.
that Hang on, I have to rethink because my plan has changed now. How big is that? Also probably not very useful. Okay, I'm just gonna fireball because I don't know what else to do. And I'm gonna fireball those two over there because I don't like what they're doing.
Okay.
I'm gonna 4th level.
I'm actually going to make her a bit smaller to match up. Okay, nice. So that's
Nice.
dex saves for them.
I'll leave it as that. Do I want
The
to
fail
do
for
this
her.
action?
That's a fail for him. So that is 31 points. Nice. It looks like you've entirely taken the wind out of that tribal warrior's sails. They reel back in that moment. Their hair and fur along their clothes is singed. Their ornaments and designs are just, like say, antler designs. Their crowns are just being burnt or charred. They're looking rough.
Okay.
And the berserker grits his teeth through it, clearly physically taking the damage, but seeming to, while not resisting damage, definitely just being willing to power through it.
Okay. I will use a bonus action to cast Frostbolt on that dude. Ray of Frost, not Fireball. I'll cast Ray of Frost on that dude.
Okay, go ahead.
Is this one programmed incorrectly? No, it's not. Roll 20!
Abjuration 0!
Oh no, I have it. You want me to roll for you?
Why couldn't roll 20 not program anything incorrectly?
I'm sorry, Roman. I really wanted to not work for you now for the sake of hilarity.
Well, let's see. Survey says it works.
Thank you. And we have the same spell attack modifier, so that's fine.
So does that hit?
On the berserker?
That fella there.
That's a 7,
Okay, and his movement is reduced.
which
Nice.
actually has a just a 6 and a 1.
Oh, that should be 3 because of the level I am. I believe. Let me double check the page in case it's different from my other spells. Ray of Frost.
What level are you? 11? Yeah.
I'm above
11.
level 11, yo. I'm 13.
Okay, yeah, then it is
It's,
3d8.
it's leveled up too much. I
Not
shouldn't
my
have given her
fault.
that
I
thing.
didn't put the deck of many things in the game.
No, I didn't. I'm a dumbass, but we all know that. So, movements be reduced by 10 foot, correct?
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
It's
So,
a D6, not a D8, by the way. You just roll a D8.
it's still
No,
a 1, it's
it is a
fine.
D8. Ray of Frost
Yeah,
is.
it's a d8.
Haha, shut up, Kay.
Oh yeah, scrap
Anyway.
that.
Come on, yeah. Come on.
Pin
You
tricks!
just shoot him in
Also,
the
have-
you,
I
you
don't
shoot him
have
in
that
the knee
spell.
with it, Blue. You shoot him in the knee and it begins seizing up around the joint.
Wonderful.
Varys, you are
Cool.
slowly descending. You land next to this very large man on your turn.
As I'm falling, with Von Carla flying alongside me, Von Carla's going to take the assist action and try and distract,
Meow,
It's
look at
further.
me, I'm a fucker. Meow.
which should in theory give me advantage, right, with my attack?
If they're giving you the help action, it can give you advantage.
Meow,
I'm
meow.
gonna double swing, ching with my sword.
Meow, meow, I'm a cat. Meow, look at me. Meow. Both hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that 12 damage twice?
That was. Oh, I get the Timora. Oh, I forgot about the Timora. Yeah, 12 damage twice. I completely forgot about the Timora shit that I get.
Okay.
12 damage twice.
Okay, so the Timora damage is just additional dice, isn't it?
It's additional damage of the weapon type, so it'd be slashing
Yeah.
damage still.
Okay, cool. So that's 12.
I would then. Shit. I'd like to run. I would like to take disengage action as my hasted action. No, bonus.
Mhm.
No, that won't work. Hold on. No, I would like just to run. I would
Okay, I'll
like to use
take the
my-
attack of opportunity.
No, fuck. Sorry, I'm panicking. I would like to disengage as my hasted action.
Okay.
I think I can do that. I can then run 80 foot.
Yeah. Because you still got all your fancy movement. Oh yeah, you get to go there.
That's my turn.
Alright, you get up in her face and she looks down at you with a scowl. You now realize she's about 2 foot taller than you. And inside she's looking at you, she's only side glancing over. The jawline is still very visible and the teeth are exposed. And as the flesh begins starting to stitch up. 0. You're 30 feet in the air as a bat. With all your bat buddies.
Alright, my little bat buddies are going to let go of my belly and sort of drop like little missiles and head to this guy.
Okay. I'm not going to control 8 fucking bats.
That's alright, let's just say there's 8 bats over that way.
We'll
I
say
don't think
they're
allowed to
harassing
attack.
that tribal warrior to give them disadvantage on attacks.
They're
Sure.
gonna use the help action.
Because there's a bunch of fucking bats flying around your head. You're not going to be able to hit shit.
Then, still as a giant bat, I'm going to fly 60 feet, so I'm right in front of this woman.
Mhm.
And just,
Okay, so they all move there, you move to there, you're right next to her as a
yeah,
bat.
I drop form as a free action, because I can do that.
Oop.
And I just sort of I just skid in the sand with smoke bellowing out of my sensor, and I just look at her, even though she's tall, and just say, I see you have help from above. I prefer my help from below. And I snap my fingers. Little holes start to pop up from the ground, and one by one, a huge swarm of winged fire ants just start pouring out of the ground as I cast Insect Plague.
Oh!
20 foot centered on the target. So you can choose this to only hit her and not hit Varys or yourself, which you can very easily do. There's loads of space. Okay. Fuck. Con save. Okay.
Has anyone seen the Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull scene with the fire?
I knew you were going to
Everyone.
reference that.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
And I still have nightmares about
It's
it.
a very gross moment when they come through his mouth.
Yeah, try to resurrect from this. If it kills her. But still, they'll
She's
keep
still
eating.
alive, even though she failed to save. She took all that damage. The fire ants just writhe up and just actually dig into skin, and I'm not going to go into more detail than that, but they start having a lovely dinner. She grits her teeth in pain, and seems to be looking very rough. Still up, but hurt. Glory.
You guys got that? Okay.
It's not just a decision. Like,
That was, yeah.
I hit this. I do this.
There's a berserker behind me, right?
Oh, next to you, yeah.
Mhm.
He's a lovely boy.
I'm gonna assume that you guys have got that. And
Fucker.
I'm gonna help Ashk kill this motherfucker. Oh god, how do I play Dungeons and Dragons?
I'll say that annoying
Roll the
little
dice.
flying cat bastard is still
It's still
harrying
giving me a
you.
hand.
Or is it
Thanks,
flanking-
Fanacala.
Is it flanking from cat mode?
Meow, I'm an annoying cat. Meow.
I'm going to
Okay,
It's-
flank you.
the main thing that familiars do is use the help action, so...
It is,
Yeah.
yeah. Do I take 2 with Giant Fella and 1 with Talon, or 1 with Giant Fella, 1 with Talon? I can't remember how it works.
It's
1 with each.
bonus action for your left hand, for your arm.
Yeah,
That will be with Talon. So it's going to be
Yeah.
2 with
Giant Fella and 1 with Talon. Now I
Sounds
remember
like
how
the
D&D
knife,
works.
in the, knife in the guts as you're like blocking with the main sword sort of thing. So this is with advantage.
I know.
Yes.
Nice.
Fuck this bitch.
How's he looking?
She's got one job.
It literally.
Literally
He's still
two
up.
giants.
He's still up amazingly.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I was about to say I'll be fine.
Bonus action.
Bonus action I'm gonna hit. Wasn't great.
Let me just do the math first. So that was... Fuck.
Is it
Okay,
a
what
giant?
math is that?
Please tell
What
me
math
it's
is that?
giant.
What math
Please
is
tell
that
me it's
total? What math is that total? Someone read that.
It depends
How?
if it's
What are you
giant or not.
counting?
It's only the first dice. There's no giant damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 15
Yeah.
and 13.
28, 31, 32, 3, 33,
How much health does this fucker have left?
34.
I don't know, Dad. How much?
1.
Not enough.
Hey!
You land down, look over at him with a grin as the cat just flies out in front of him and goes, meow, you're fucked, before flying away as your sword comes right in. You crack him across the side and his jaws are completely taken off with the first strike of giant feller. He raises his great axe in his hands and you just cut them at the forearms before taking talon and just jamming it up his throat and into his skull. Kick him away.
You know what she was doing? She had to move him out of the way so she could offer a hand to her lady to help her down.
Are we sure we're the good guys?
You know how this works.
Good to fuck her out of my
Clarify,
way,
are
my
we
lady.
sure we're the good guys? With that gory
it's up for
scene and
debate.
me over here, you know, having fire ants eat some
You
sort of
know,
cleric alive.
It's I'm going to move somewhere. Which one?
Meow, I'm an
let's.
annoying shit, meow.
Is Ash still in the air?
Ashk is slowly descending.
But she'll probably land like this turn.
She'll land on her turn.
Okay. I'm gonna go
Can't wait
harass
to
this
reach
guy.
up and catch your wife.
I'm gonna.
My wife.
I'm gonna go grab.
My wife!
You laugh, but there was a roll there. It was basically that choice. I'm gonna harry this guy so that Ash can land.
Okay. So you harass them. So that, Zero, at the start of your turn, it's another con save for another damage roll, correct?
I'll just double check that, but I believe that is indeed the case.
What's your DC?
17, I believe it said.
Roll your damage again. Just click it again for more damage.
Righto. Oops. I was reading the description. That's not how that works.
It also
Yes,
takes
net.
moonbeam damage, right?
Oh, Christ!
You won't have to worry about the moonbeam damage.
Oh,
Jesus.
oh god!
That is how you're meant to
Are
do
you
it.
sure I'm the good guy? I think I just had my ants eat a cleric.
Oh my god! What the
That's-
fuck?
That's how you're
Just
supposed
come
to
back
roll.
in.
This must be gory as feck. I don't know you can resurrect by being pulled apart by billions of ants.
So glad I'm facing the other direction.
That's probably fitting foul.
Varys, Roman, and Kirok, you see horror as Zero just folds his arms like stepping back, and the fire ants that pulled up when he performed the spell, more writhe and writhe, a swarm begin pulling up a unending amount until she's entirely blanketed by them. And from the skull downward, they all begin to descend. There is no tissue left.
I take
As
Damn it,
this
Nemo.
time, her body just collapses down. All the bones just collapse down into a small pile in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take one step back.
Can I look up
If
at the
someone's
giant?
right,
Can I just look up at the giant and say, prodigious size does not dissuade them. Choose your side carefully. In other words, giant, I think you're on our side.
excellent.
Girl
Excellent
just got
reference.
eaten by ants.
I
Yep.
mean, I think he was already on our side before that. Now he's scared. He's on our side because he's scared. He was a
He
sheep.
certainly won't fight against us, even if he had an inclination to before.
Prestigious size alone, not to
Would somebody be able to do another arrow going up 60?
I don't know where from. Off from there. Oh, it goes off the map.
Anyway, that's my heroic action for the day.
That's your
Next.
brutal action. Make a persuasion check.
I'm the good guy. Wouldn't this be intimidation?
Sure.
I don't think I'm good at either, but just
I don't know what we're
Oh,
measuring.
never mind. Oh, no,
I'm
no,
just
no.
pulling a measurement out.
That's... Never mind. I forgot it's basically only 30 feet in each direction. Never mind.
You'd hit 2.
don't worry, they're only little. Don't be scared of such little things.
Also, for aesthetic, I would have said that that was in fact fire damage from them.
Oh my god.
Not that kind of fire ant.
Now, those little
Fire ants
bastards
are-
hurt.
It's the
Type
D-
of
it's the
ant.
D&D fire ant.
Christ.
Hey, Das, if she's dead, does the curse end, or is Ask and Kirok? Was it Kirok as well? Permanently cursed?
Not gone to either of their turn.
Okay, we'll find out.
Cool.
We'll find out.
Okay, well, these two here are going to be put into a dim greenish light.
What are you casting?
Because I'm using my spell that I got from. Damn, that's only 9 damage. Okay. From the new spells.
Okay.
So
That's
60-foot
con
radius. Yeah.
Success. And a success. So,
Is it a cantrip?
on a success, they take no damage. Correct.
Yeah.
So
I have no
they do
effect.
not take any damage. They this dark green energy just like pews out towards them. This eerie light, as if a torchlight in the middle of a deep marshy fog, just beams out towards them. But they both seem to be constitutus enough to resist. Is that your turn? Sorry. Is that everything?
Yeah.
Okay. The giant, very badly injured, is going to limp towards this way, disengaging from the berserker who's just grinning at her maliciously. So that's going to be her turn. She's moving the fuck away, limping, and also taking good note to avoid the terrifying druid.
I don't blame him.
At
That's
this
a
point,
good guy.
Ash scares me.
At this point, Ashk descends like a small, angry ball of metal. The
she's gonna-
curse has subsided.
Sweet. As she lands gracefully next to Glory, she's just gonna look Glory in the eye, give like an assertive nod, and then just run towards this big guy, swing Glory, and she's gonna take a couple of swings.
That's my go.
So that's something she'd do, right?
Yeah, that's what she would do.
Oh god, there's so much information there.
Yes, that's a strength saving throw that this travel warrior has.
She's all. Oh no, she could do, she'll do another swing.
She can do, yes. Do you want to do any divine smite with that?
So you can
Oh.
you can declare it after you've hit.
I can do it on both, effectively, can't I?
Yes. Also, the second roll would have been made with advantage, so just roll again to see if you crit or not. Because the strength saving throw
smite
was
is
failed
crit-
and
is
they were
crit as
knocked
well.
prone.
Rather than roll the whole thing, I'm gonna try that.
Just make another attack roll.
Okay. Okay, so 2
Okay.
hits.
So it's just the 2 hits, so it was
I'll dump-
15 and the 13 bludgeoning damage.
I'll dump a. I don't want to do too much. Spell slots. I'll dump a first level divine smite into each.
Okay, so that's 2d8 to both. So that's 17.
Tight.
Ash just charges up towards, spinning the axe in one hand, or the hammer, excuse me. She goes first for the knees as this holy energy wallops, forcing the tribal warrior down before uppercutting them with this hammer, just this full motion of it, throwing the tribal warrior up into the air and back down onto the ground on their back, prone, still alive. And that's your 2 actions for the turn. Is there any bonus actions you would like to?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. That's Ashk's turn, so it's gonna be the berserkers. This boy is going to get aggressive, and that's as far as he can get. It's just charging over like nah. This one is going to proceed to run this way, and seems to be shouting at the others. This one is going to try to get up. Going to run this way, disengaging from you two.
Sentinel.
Not from me,
Who's
bitch.
got Sentinel?
Hi.
Hello. I'll move it back
Child.
there.
Shit.
I'm scared of I'm scared of people who have Sentinel, including my own paladin who possesses Sentinel.
You should be.
I know.
Sentinel is scary.
Scary ability.
Well, I think that hits.
So back down you go.
Bitch!
Well, he's not prone. It's, oh, he's dead.
No,
You
stop
leave when
Okay.
Dirt Reynolds says you can leave.
You can leave.
So, Glory, you watch as Ash knocks this tribal person to the ground, and as they're trying to pull away, you just have the sword already up, and you just with one arm strike it down through the midsection and impale them to the ground before ripping it up. And they're just gripping at themselves as blood pours out, and they just plop.
I give Ashka a high five.
She receives it.
Reciprocates.
This one is going to run the fuck over here. And these two are going to proceed to try to climb. That's as far as that one can get, and the other one can help them, and this one is then going to move to here. And this one is very glad it did not go down, and is instead going to run over to here.
They're
that's
like, the floor is ants!
They don't like ants! Ants! Doom ants! Kirak,
Oh, it's me already. Wow. I will flutter on over this way because I think they've got that group of people. I can get to about there-ish. Taking Roman with me. And how much distance is that now? I will cast Chromatic Orb
okay?
on the fellow at the back. Just
Yeah,
because
you're ready to dumb as
he's
shit.
the furthest away. We'll do it at a second level.
Go ahead.
I will choose fire again because fire is working well.
Well, he's dead.
The sound of a bowling ball strike echoes through the cave.
Kirak, you peer over, and with your keen eyes see that they seem to be trying to reach into their tent. And as they do, they're just hit in the back and they collapse inward into it. They are dead.
But blue, it says ice, not fire. It says ice.
That's because I have to manually type it in. It doesn't give me the option to pick it.
Oh,
Fucker.
that's silly.
I know, Roll20
You're
is
silly.
silly.
Yes, for all 20, why don't you cater to every single possible outcome?
Lazy
I
Roll20.
will leave it there. I will not use any more sorcery points just yet. I will end my turn.
Okay. Varus. You've watched probably one of the most horrifying things you've ever seen.
Yeah, you were standing right in front of her when they just started pouring into her. And I do mean into her.
Make a vomit check.
That's my choice to make, and he's not making.
Direct quote from my first ever D&D session, can I vomit as a free action?
I'm muted again. What is left?
Why are you doing this?
Me and Funcon are gonna take a little merry jog over to this guy. Funcon's obviously gonna use the help action, and
Meow, hello,
I'm gonna
fucker.
take-
Meow.
2 swings.
Hmm?
With glorious advantage.
And Inazuma.
Hi.
Glorious, glorious. That's a hit, and that's a hit. So that's 11, 19.
24. I will say, I'll whisper it very quietly, a magic word on my sword, so I can swing at the bonus action. But I'm gonna whisper it
Mm-hmm.
so the giant doesn't hear me.
Make a stealth check.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You think you're doing it, and then you cough out the word as you're going.
When it's done, I'm going to swing again as a bonus action.
Okay.
Again, one time.
That's a hit.
Drop this much damage.
And it's a dead.
Oh, it was worth it. I'm then going to use my...
So, with your 2 strikes, you managed to cut off both her hands and then just cut off the head at the jaw point of connection. Just clean off.
I'm going to use my hasted action to do something I don't think I've ever done before. I'm just
Oh.
double checking that I can do it. No, I can't. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to run. 80 foot of running. I'm going to run over here somewhere. Just like there. That is my go. Yeah, I was looking to see if I could take the dodge action. It was hasted, and I can't.
Okay, Zero, you're up.
Alright, I turn around to face this guy here.
Ping again
And-
for me, please.
Sorry, there, this guy.
That boy? Okay.
Yep, that boy.
That soon to be
That
fucked
boy.
boy.
What makes you say that? And I place a hand on my stomach because, something about that scene just didn't settle right with my stomach, and so I
Oh,
tip my
no.
mask out a little and vomit up blight.
Okay,
Druids
go
are
ahead.
gross, man.
Druids are gross when they're played by Nemo.
To be
Yeah.
fair, this is a plague druid. He doesn't actually throw up. This is just him playing around with
Legit
his blight.
become the Plague Doctor from Darkest Dungeon. You've done it, boy.
I mean, literally, like a year ago when I was trying to think up character villains, I thought, what would an evil, blighted druid be like? And you're basically playing it.
Okay, I have to make
Yeah,
a
you
con.
guys
That's
are
a
my
good
friends
guy.
for some reason.
And he's dead.
Yep. So just necrotic energy, does he just reduce to bone as well, or? just sludge?
No, it's more like a pussy bile.
Oh, lovely.
Nice.
Hey man, he keeps asking, I'm gonna keep saying, is that all you want to do?
Yeah, I'm good. I burp and put my mask back down.
Blight's like Coke, it always gives you gas. Glory, you're up.
Oh shit, me? Me? That person? One of them was a fool and moved closer to me, wasn't they? Weren't they? There they are.
They're dead.
Dead one.
Yeah, they're now. I mean,
Hello,
if they're not dead, they're
motherfucker.
not happy.
There's only these poor fellows
Like, literally,
left
they are
alive.
dead.
They've already died.
Oh shit, they've already died.
Nemo
You
killed
weren't kidding. I
Like,
thought you were
hello,
being sarcastic.
fucker. Oh, you're dead.
It's these poor fellows, and then these poor guys
Okay,
in
then
the
move me
corner.
back so I can work out my movement. As a bonus action, I'm going to second wind. Straight up.
Okay.
Might be a good idea. Or, yeah, bonus action, second wind. Slash roll 1d10 plus fighter level, which is 10. I'm level 10? Fuck. 18. That's nice, thank you. Self. I
Okay.
am back at max health. Nice.
The shaman is
Yeah.
no longer on initiative. Is that all you
I
want
was
to do,
about to
Glory?
say.
No,
Like-
I'm gonna move.
Okay, where do you want to move to?
In the dash. Move 80 feet when I dash.
There you go.
Oh, hi,
Yeah.
Zero.
Hi. Meanwhile, behind me, there's still a bunch of fire ants just swimming through a
Glory
pile
is-
of bones.
Not looking.
There's nothing left, but they're still looking.
No,
Just holds
Glory-
up a hand and
Glory's
it's like,
fucking fine with it. It's me out of character that's not. Glory's fine. She doesn't give a shit.
This is the corpse
Um,
getting eaten while being bathed in moonlight. Quite a sight.
Standard day. Yeah.
Indeed.
And that's all she wrote. Just gonna stand next to Zero. It's like, sup?
Roman, you're up.
I'm going to hold my action to cast. Oh no! I mean, actually,
You're at the end of the initiative.
you're at the end of the initiative.
well, it's gonna be for you.
Yeah, I'm,
Yeah,
at, the
whenever
top,
you
I'm at the
move.
top of the initiative, so if you held your action, the turn would end and you lose it, because it resets at the start of every turn. I think.
You can only go down the
Yeah.
initiative table.
Yeah, reaction to start of your turn, held action to the start of the turn order. I believe.
Fine. I'll just toll the dead of, this guy here. I think. No, he's not in range. Never mind. I'll just Eldritch Blast him.
What about two that are near you?
Yeah, there's a couple here, but I mean the melee people have probably got them. We should probably deal with these.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. I'll kill them.
If I have to.
You guys are the
Just
most,
imagine
like,
this-
unconcerned guys. You just came in, destroyed everything for these people in the last 12 seconds, like, okay, I'll
I
kill
was
that
really
one.
worried at the start, and
Yes.
Curls can confirm.
Yes, so was I.
Meanwhile, the Manticore's over in this lake area thinking, I'm having none of this shit.
Yep.
This
He
is
is,
fun to watch.
Manacore's like, peace, I'm out.
Oh, damn. I should have fucking Eldritch Blast the Manicore. Fuck.
No,
Or
Manicore's chilling.
Even,
out spells. But
The
then
Manicore's
I'm-
head, all that's poking out is the Manicore's head out of the water, like, maybe they won't notice.
maybe he's waiting for us to run out of spells. That's what I'm thinking.
But, yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be a
He's
very
confident
smart
it's like-
Manticore.
Hey,
even if
Manticores
he's
are
confident
smart.
he
They
can
can
beat
talk,
us,
I
he's probably
believe.
like, this is still not the sort of situation I need to get involved in. I might just hang back a bit.
Yeah, this is a highly optional thing I could do that may result in my death. I'm good. Bye.
Even if I could win, that's
Okay,
probably gonna
blast
end
that
for me.
one with one attack, and as it's pulling itself up off of the cliff, just blast it almost back down onto the ground, but it's manages to limply pull itself back up.
Okay.
She is going to do nothing but move over here somewhat defensively away from, well, everything. Somewhat kick the tribal warrior next to her as she passes. And Ash, I'm sorry, but there's nothing Ash can do on her turn. What does she want to do?
Stop moving.
Use a
Move,
full.
Moonbeam!
I mean, to where? You can move it 30 foot.
Start moving it that way, I suppose.
It's like the Deadpool kill. You will die in about 5 minutes to Moonbeam. How do you feel about that?
Hold on, let me double check. Oh no, she can move it 60 foot.
Ah, there you go.
Does it need to remain within her range though? No, it
I
doesn't
would
say it
I
does.
don't
Doesn't say
think it does.
Doesn't specify.
Just says she can move it. She's still within range of it, so it can move 60 foot. To,
I'd say there's
Presumably
new-
should
alright.
move after it.
to this bitch right here.
Okay.
Just gonna plop on that guy.
Cast Moonbeam and I'll make a con save for him.
And she's gonna move her measly 25 foot. There. Moonbeam. Bear with me. Yeah, I'm assuming as long as she stays 120 feet within it.
Yeah, I'll say she's okay. She just like moves with the beam and just points it forward again as she's running, and it just blasts into the berserker, just taking him right in the stomach and torso.
Sure.
That's all she can do on her turn. The berserker, crazed, is now just going to try to charge at anything it can with its aggressive movement. Shouting out something incoherent in a language you can't understand, it recklessly throws itself towards you, Varus.
I'm gonna cast shield as my reaction.
Okay, what's your AC with shield?
27.
Yep. No, that does not hit. Bang! First one you manage to dodge out of the way of, and as it's bringing the axe up within your, you're not able to, like, say, move that distance, you bring up the shield and it just parries it back. The tribal warrior. More of this.
Yeah. 27.
Run away! Run away! With more running away help!
Okay. Kirok.
Goodness. I think a repetition of last round. I will move slightly closer to that lot, and I will cast another second level chromatic orb. Actually, no. Am I close enough? No, not quite close enough yet. So yeah, chromatic orb. At second level again. No, third level, because I'm divvying up my spell slots.
Okay. Which one are you aiming at?
The one at the back.
Okay, so Tweedledum is fucked. Yeah, that one's dead. Another fireball, I take it, of chromatic energy. You just launch it out,
Yeah,
hits it at the side of the head, and it almost it breaks one of the poles holding up the tent, and the tent just crumples in on top of it. Varus,
Cool.
there's a very speedy boy next to you, looking very recklessly angry.
Von Akala gonna move next to the big giant. Can familiars hold an action
Depends on the action.
to dash and follow the giant wherever the giant moves?
Sure. Yeah.
So when the
Not a
giant moves,
movement thing, I'd say. Actually, no,
Um,
not
can-
movement.
can
You
I-
can't
can I-
hold
A
movement.
dash is an action.
They can hold
Dash
the
is an action, but it uses your movement. Once your turn ends, you cannot hold that movement. That movement
not-
is gone.
Well, no, you use your so you can use your 30-foot movement, but can you not
No,
hold your 30-foot dash? No.
you
Okay.
Oh, I
use
thought you could.
what you use what you have left.
That's fine.
Once
That's
your
fine.
turn ends, you have 0.
Then can Von Akala just land on the giant's shoulder?
Sure, very easy to do. There's a lot of real estate space there. Meow.
I'll
hello.
turn back and say, "She'll keep you safe in giant."
Make a deception check.
What's deceptive about that?
It is deceptive, guys. This is Varus. He's being deceptive. That's Ask doing it. But
Being
that's
a little-
me. Oh,
It says Ash, but it's you doing it.
it's me. It's my role. I desperately want to luck it, but it's such a stupid role, so I'm not gonna.
Do it.
No, I'm not gonna use my
Nah,
last
save
luck.
it.
I saved my last luck for crits against me. That is why I
Okay.
saved it.
She looks towards
Smart
you and
boy.
towards the thing, and then just nods in agreement, seemingly believing you.
I'm then gonna swing my head
Ada.
around to this berserker person. Take. I'm gonna skirt around to here.
Also, funnily enough, if I move this the cat in any particular way, it looks like it's about to get batted the fuck.
So no.
Not again!
Yeah.
It's like that fucking memes on Tumblr where you just see like a cute animal and then someone doing a horrible thing in the next image. It's just no.
I'm gonna skirt around. Use action, bonus action to sword.
Alright, calm down, Vax.
You
I'll
get
use-
2 attacks from your blade singing bullshit.
Actually, no. I'm gonna 4 attack. I'm gonna action. So I get 2 attacks as my action, 1 attack
As
with
a
the
hasted
sword.
action.
One is the hasted, and 1 is my sword's magic
Bonus
word
action.
bonus action. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the other word.
They are
to-
all with advantage because it is currently reckless.
Oh,
attack
fuck
best.
me. I'm gonna use the word. Let me open it up again. What's the one?
You just want to sink everything in. You're like, I can hit the fuck
I-
out of
Dude,
it.
I'm not using-
dude,
I'm
are you
not
sure
using-
about that?
I'm not using all the words. 'Cause I don't need to. No, I'm just doing Faz and Xanor, so I get Una and Xanor, so I get a bonus action attack and the extra D4 lightning damage. Is it 1d4? It's
2d4
one.
lightning.
2d4 lightning, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so 4 attacks. Let's make the attacks first. Where's my character state? I've lost it.
This is with advantage.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what is left? 1, 2, 3, 4.
They all hit.
Dope.
1, 2, 3, 4. Flash, 8, 4.
34.
Plus that. That's the lightning damage.
52.
Oh, dang.
That's it. That's what I'm doing.
So, Varus, you don't wait till you walk around to do it. Kirak, you look down as Varus looks towards this guy. It has his hand on the sword. And for that moment, you see the pull up, but you blink, and as you do, he's putting the sword back in, as both the arms just sloth off this guy without him realizing, and as he collapses down, his head rolls off, before his torso slides off the other side.
That could have not have gone better, unless it was a crit.
This is brutal. Yeah, that guy... Barbarians in the north do not think maybe this wizard can hit me really quickly.
Yep.
That's all I can do. That's everything. Oh, I can
Yeah,
move.
that's everything. You can move a little, but that's about it.
I moved like. I mean, I'm assuming I moved like 30 foot. I mean, I don't.
Got another 50, lad.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow, I got that perfect on 50.
Jeez.
Holy shit.
do I want to though?
Use it, I'll never get this meter again.
No, I want to. No, I want to stay where I am. I'm sorry, but I want to stay exactly where I am.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Sorry, I was just going like...
And you can
No,
see
I'm
me
not.
and Zero trying to work out how far we can move.
I see
Now
that.
that the thing we were going to kill is gone.
I see that red arrow coming out from Gloria. All I can picture is her sticking her arms out like, no, I
Come
can't
on,
reach.
Come
Glory.
on!
I can't
Can't do
reach.
that.
Zero, you're up.
I'm going to turn into. I'm going to use my action to turn into a giant bearded vulture. Just giant vulture, whatever. Can I grab Glory and move that way? Or even,
Glory, I can say as he flies past, you can reach up and grab him.
Sure.
Like, you can grab at his birdie legs.
Yeah, so I
With
can move
Zero,
the next
that dead
50
weight
feet.
would definitely make you feel like you're
Sorry,
about to
I'm having-
have your legs break. But yeah, you
I'm
can
probably
move
just going to move in my movement and then let go, sort of thing, while she can move the rest of the way. It's like, blah!
So
We're
about.
going to be very close to
Literally
the
just
ground.
like
It's
a
mostly
small
giving her a
lift.
boost.
Hey, Dash.
Thank you.
Hey, Roman. Oh, hi, Roman.
Would casting a spell and casting a spell from an item be allowed?
It's an action to use an item, unless
Yeah.
specified
Alright.
otherwise.
That's right. Never mind.
For example,
Special play, that makes it
there's
make it
fast hands.
Yeah, there's
some
rogues
can do it.
specifically have a thing that lets them use it as a bonus action.
I think it's actually specific with I can't remember.
I mean, if you were
Either
hasty-
or.
Right,
Anyway,
use the thief thing, because I have.
hasted or teeth, but either way, not something Roman can do. So Zero, is that your turn? Is to just ferry
Yeah.
her forward.
That's my action and my movement.
Glory, you're now slightly closer towards this piece of meat. I mean, person.
Thank you, Zero. I needed that because that's exactly a dash. Ah! Bonk! And then
Boy.
I'm gonna action surge.
Train noises.
She looks over in horror as you just charge towards her, head down, horns out, swords to the side, just a. You get 3 attacks.
I would have 2 because I don't have a bonus action. No, I do have
You
a bonus
do.
action.
Action
I do have a
surge
bonus
doesn't take a
What the
bonus
fuck?
action.
What the fuck was my brain doing? There we go. 1, 2, 3.
Hey.
Have I rolled any ones anywhere?
Doesn't matter.
Nope. Okay.
You
Glory,
guys remember
you
the-
don't. Glory, you don't even use the swords. You actually just have your horns forward for the moment, and you impale her up on them before having the swords like cross at her stomach and just slicing her, or dropping her down off your
Horns
horn.
up.
You guys remember the show Zoids?
No.
Yes.
That's
Is that all you want to do, Glory?
I
So
think that's
you-
all I can do.
Yeah. Okay. Besides, look like a badass.
I do that as a passive action.
That's a passive ability.
That's a free action.
Well, there's one
Hi,
more left,
Roman.
and you know the rules. Oh, 2 more left, I suppose.
One more
Nobody
left.
gets to leave.
Firebolt on that guy.
Okay. As it's the last kill of combat, how do you want to do this?
12.
Literally, unless you rolled a 1. Dead.
Wow.
2 health.
He just burns the
Actually,
fire.
no, it would have been 2d10, so it would have killed it anyway.
Yeah, Yeah, it's roll 2d10. Yeah.
So you just watch it. You just hit it. It falls backwards as you begin burning it, and it falls into the fire. There are many screams over like the next 10 seconds or so before it dies.
Ah, lovely noises.
Music to
I
my
will drop you.
That is
That we should
completely
come out
fine.
of that.
We're
still about
100 feet up.
I have a thing called Dimension Door.
I think we'll
I do not give a fuck.
All right. Well, as soon as if I assume combat is over now.
We're out of initiative.
You are.
Okay.
The
Anyone
first thing I'm
want
gonna,
to say hi to the Manticore?
No,
No.
leave the fucking Manticore alone,
Leave him
please.
alone.
I really do.
I'm going to swing around, and I'm going to land near my insect swarm. I'm just going to make sure that the ants aren't getting more and more full as she regenerates. Is the flesh stopped coming back?
The flesh stopped coming back when you killed her a second time.
Okay. Well, I'm
She
going
got a
to.
second chance. She ain't getting any more.
I
I'm
drop
gonna-
off Roman and fly over here, and I'm gonna go have a look at what they were trying to get.
Okay,
I'm
make an
gonna
investigation check.
I'm going to dispel my insect plague, and then, as I'm a bearded vulture, I am going to eat her bones.
Mmm, crunchy.
Yep, a
Okay.
bearded vulture has a 70
Here,
to 90%
get out a
diet
pen
of
and
bone.
paper.
Oh, for God's sake, hang on. Posting
I'm gonna-
notes!
I'm gonna stay in earshot of Kirok just in case she needs me, but I'll trust that
Guys,
she'll
my
be
bookmarker broke.
No, the true sadness.
This isn't the Game one. This is the one Stacy got.
Aww.
The Joker one. To be fair, it's nearly gone anyway. Like I've used almost all of it. So
I'm gonna check the dust around the bones, see if there's anything from the shaman.
Good luck, I'm currently chewing on them.
if anything, it's going to make it easier to find things.
True.
Okay, I have pencil.
So Kirok, you find this is apparently where they keep their stashes, or where they keep what they've gotten from raids. So you find 900 gold,
Ooh.
4 potions of healing,
Ooh.
1 potion of greater healing, 2 scrolls, and a very large war horn with carvings on it depicting ravens and spears, all moving towards the actual end of the horn.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Is that what we're looking for?
fuck.
That's what we came here for.
I pick it up, I'm just like, ooh.
Oh, yeah. That's what we're here for. I was like, that's very Odin-y. I like the sound of it.
That's not what you're here for.
Ah.
I think it's probably too small.
It is too
Okay,
small.
If Kirok
You can
pick
lift
it
it
up,
in
it's
one
probably
hand.
too small.
You can lift it in one hand. It is far too small.
I just sort of come out from the little stash on this raised platform and I just go, Glory! It is really tempting to use this!
Please don't.
It looks so cool!
At least get Varys to look at it first.
Okay, but dibs, it's mine!
So can I do an investigation? See if I find.
Sure, go ahead.
Well, you're just hearing some very sickening crunches next to you.
It's nothing Kirok hasn't heard before.
Yeah. Well, her knife is there, so mark down that you have the ritualistic knife.
Varys, can you look at this knife for me?
Just like 3 people approaching Varys, like Varys,
Yes.
I could
look
wait.
at this.
I'm talking to a giant right now, so...
I could wait for Varys. Instead, I go to Glory and give her a bunch of stuff to put in the bag of holding.
Which
Which I don't know who wants to do that, but I'll type it in the Discord.
I'll
I've got it
I
written
wrote it
down.
down, don't
Jay
worry.
does it.
Everything apart from the warhorn, I assume.
Yeah, Kirok will hang on to that herself.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna
two
do it
unidentified
now.
scrolls,
Yeah.
5 potions,
Because-
and 900 gold.
Just
Yeah,
because
got
we're
it.
getting late, and I want to save time, I'll say what the scrolls are.
Mhm.
The one scroll is a scroll of comprehend languages.
Useful.
The other is a scroll of mirror image.
Ooh, very useful.
Oh, my pen's running out.
Is that a? Or actually, no. It doesn't matter for me. But what level is it?
First and second level spells.
I'll put them in the bag for now.
I could actually probably copy the mirror image
Can't
into my
copy
book.
mirror image. It's not a ritual spell.
They're not?
You can only
You can only
copy
copy
ritual spells.
rituals.
Oh yeah.
You're not a wizard. You
Shut
can't do that.
Shush, Mr. Wizard in the corner.
Kerak is going to want to learn
I've already got
Identify
spell.
off him next.
That's
Yeah,
not gonna
same.
happen. That's one of the
Aww.
spells I'm keeping.
You
for
could
myself.
fire him.
I gave you 2 of my ritual spells.
I gave you one familiar. Have you used it yet?
Yes.
Okay.
And I gave you guys a spell.
How many
Thank you.
guys? How many spells?
I gave you all nausea.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Children, enough of the spell economy. We have a giant to talk to.
Yes. Correction, Varys has a giant to talk to.
Yeah, as if I can speak any giant at all.
I can speak giant.
We have an altar to
I can
examine.
speak giant?
Because you snapped your fingers blue, there it is.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. I know I'm speaking giant.
Can you
It's
speak every
hilarious.
language or understand every language?
He can read every language.
I can, yeah. At this point, yeah, I can read pretty much every language there
You
is.
can't speak it, right?
No.
No.
Okay.
But I do know how
No,
to
but you could
giant
write letters to
because
each other in
I
the
learned
snow.
it.
I mean, we could do it if we wanted to. That's true.
But actually, though, I am going to actually go check out the altar.
Okay.
I'm
For the
gonna
sake of
go
it,
with-
the altar is. I'm just going to say the altar. This is what the altar looks like if you look down the south side. That's what it looks like, but it's over here. Just for the sake of it, because I didn't want the fight to be like, oh, the ritual is all the way over here. Then there's some fuckers over here, and then there's also this. Because like that would have just been tedious to move around.
Moving
Right.
for 1,000 years.
10 turns later.
I wouldn't have been able to drop my epic nuke bomb.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to America.
Kirok and Roman just flying in with shades on. Miracle!
But yeah, is there any writing on the altar?
Just a moment.
Okay.
He has to consult the sacred texts.
Let's see. The altar says, "Fuck you all." Oh yeah, there you go.
Wonder if
Yeah,
I.
it is written.
It writes as it says. Wonder if I could be ever as awesome as I already are.
Oh no, the campaigns are crossing!
No, all the worlds are melting.
Somebody wants
The
to-
worlds have thy eyes.
Okay,
The
stop.
altar breaks open. There's an ogre going, "What are you doing in my hole?"
It's just in giant girls.
It's a popular giant ballad.
The
Yeah, that's right.
altar is a blood splattered stone block, 9 feet long by 6 feet wide by 3 feet tall, and it clearly weighs a few tons. On a rough hue of it, there is a great deal of writing on it, speaking of the great Maw, the great devourer, the great conqueror that would return and rise our people again.
Oh, cool. They're talking about my god. Let's see.
Not your god,
Yeah, no.
but you had nightmares about this.
I have lore about this written down somewhere.
Over the rainbow.
And it just keeps saying that the blood of the strong shall feed his coming. That's about it.
Oh, hopefully we just stop that.
I hope so. Because it sounds like we did.
Meanwhile,
keep this
Zero's
information
just
myself.
chewing away as in just looking at you. It's like, yeah, I think we've kind of reduced any blood from this.
But yeah, no, actually, Varys, technically I can speak any language and read any language because of my telepathic communication allows me to
Oh,
speak
yeah.
to them, and they not really have to understand me.
Oh,
They
They
know
only
what I'm
need
saying.
to be able to speak a
A
language.
language.
but that's if you go
Yes.
telepathic, right?
Yeah,
No,
it has
no,
to be
I am
telepathic.
tapping.
Like this.
Yeah, but yeah, if you use it telepathically, but if you speak it out loud.
Anyway, Tajin.
Yeah. Okay.
The giant at this point is her arm seems very badly gashed down the side, her left arm, and she's definitely on the back leg, looking towards you, all confused and looking up, trying to figure out how on earth she'll be able to get out of here.
I would like to finish my dinner, and then I'm going to look up at the sky where said lightning bolt that sort of semi-resurrected her came from, and then I'm going to do a backflip. So I literally just flip the bird to a god.
Wonderful.
Then I'm going to turn away from being a vulture and start healing our friend with a cure wounds.
I'm pretty sure a giant weighs more than 1,000 pounds, right?
Well, it's a young giant.
I'm gonna have a
She
few
certainly
words with
appreciates
Giant
that.
first. Because remember, guys. This
Oh
is
wait, no.
Giant
I can
Giant.
move. I can try to move a huge or smaller creature with telekinesis.
The giant would just be there going, "This is weird." Anyway,
During all of this, I would like to do a quick message cantrip, Glory. And just pose the simple question of dead or alive. With regards to the fire giant.
Alive.
I'll walk up to the
Do
fire
it.
giant.
kill him, Anakin.
I will
Shut up,
speak to-
Palpatine.
Do it.
Not
Do it.
today,
Get out of here.
Satan.
Do it, Anakin.
Not
Kill
today,
the fire
Satan.
giant.
Not today, Satan. Catch you, villain.
So-
I go up to Roman and say, if you don't want to do the telekinesis thing, I can also cast spider climb on a giant and she can just walk up the wall.
Or we can kill
I
it.
mean,
I mean, I'll have a quick
It'll
word
be a
with
weird
Giant
sight,
first.
admittedly, but she can. She'll have an hour of just
As
walking
you're
up
all
the wall.
talking and saying this in conversations, you know I can understand you, yes.
That was going to be
Oh,
my next
good
question.
to know.
That's a nice thing.
oh, yeah, I
As
figured.
you're all looting and talking, I was going to have a quick word with the giant first, if that's okay.
Too late.
Go for it.
Well, this was before they were all looting.
Like, but
I'll
like-
wait for them to finish looting.
Is Fanacala still on the giant's shoulder?
Farrakhan is still on
Yeah.
the giant's shoulder.
I'm going to send Fune over to keep them company. Hello.
Ooh,
Okay.
tea.
Thank you.
Your turn next time.
I love his robe. That seems like a very comfortable robe.
Naren says he likes your dressing gown. He says thank you.
There, they now have the best birdie friends.
This is going to sound really weird. I feel weird saying this, not that saying it, but Glory, can you roll me a persuasion check?
What?
Sure. This is a
Keep
weird
that
thing
up,
for
yeah.
me to be trying to persuade you to do, of all people.
It felt so weird the player asking that. I felt so wrong.
But also,
You felt
like,
like you're defying something like a thunderbolt might come
but
down.
also, like, me trying to persuade you not to kill a fire giant is something I never thought I would be doing.
I rolled an insight, I rolled a 19 total. That helps.
Oh, you want to see what she really wants to do.
I want to see if she can persuade me to not kill it.
I just healed the ruddy thing.
I mean, this
Yeah,
was
Zero just
happening
walked over
during
and
this.
started healing it.
I have a charisma of minus.
I'll say to the giant, so,
Kira's got her hand up.
What's
What
up,
you
Kira?
Well, Blue has a hand up because Kirok, is, well, having a Kirok thing because Tides of Chaos got used.
Wild magic.
Oh no!
One day,
Oh,
roll
What?
it.
I realized when you said lightning bolt, I was like, lightning bolt, static. Oh.
We need to give you a
Like,
phrase so we can all hit the deck whenever this happens.
I mean, Kirok.
Mega!
Well, at this level, I feel
Wow,
like Kirok can at
magic.
least feel when it's about to happen, which is why she stands off to the side.
No.
Ooh, that's a low number. Okay.
that sounds...
It's fine. I cast magic missile, but there's no
At what?
specification of a target. I could just blast it at the wall. I could blast it at the altar if you wanted me to.
You could blast it at me and I can just shield it if you wanted to.
If you want to, it's at 5th level.
Make a charisma check.
It's at 5th level.
Take your
Make a
pick, I can
charisma
take it
check.
also.
Kira.
Charisma check. Okay. It just says you cast magic missile. There's no other specifications
That's why the DM is coming in on this, because
other
this is
than
fun.
the
Each-
level.
So
Each
there
star-
is
each
a
star
total.
is a creature of your choice.
So
But
there's.
it has to be a creature.
Oh, Mr. Manticore!
I'm at full health, mate.
So 1, 2.
Oh, it's
Oh,
range
no,
of
sorry, I
magic
can't.
missiles?
1,
It'll be
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Seven.
7, 8. Fennica gets fucked.
Oh,
What?
poor creature.
You blew up the.
I mean, he'd probably die after like 2 darts.
You're
Yeah.
my cat. Are you joking?
Yeah. Yeah, your cat
Yeah.
kind of gets fucked. Your cat gets fucked, it then moves on to the bird.
Can't
Aw.
counterspell. I'm out of range to counterspell. Fuck me.
And then it blasts Varus in the face with the last few.
The saddest thing is Fanakala will never know that you tried to counter spell.
I'll shield the ones that hit me.
I'm just
Yeah,
healing
you
this giant, and then suddenly these
Wait.
bots come and kill our familiars, and I just sort of turn my head around at Kirok and blink. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Kirok's in her usual all fluffed up static electricity flying everywhere of, I just had a magic surge. It wasn't pleasant.
I sort of roll my eyes
thing of
and
it
turn to the
is-
To
giant
give you an
and say,
idea, that charisma check was
that
to see
happens
whether or
sometimes.
not you could actually aim at what you chose. Like, could you aim it at Varus? No, tough shit. I rolled a
I'm
d6 because there's 10 things you could hit.
I'm gonna midway through talking giant just turn Kirok and be like, "What the fuck?"
Well, again, Kirok has that very clear, I just had a magic surge.
Can I see
I'm just
Kirok?
gonna comfort the giant, say,
You
don't
see,
worry
Kirok is puffed
too
as fuck.
much.
Can I see Kirok's? Was that your familiar you flew over? Or was that?
Yes, the familiar was
they've
also
both
puffed out
gone.
of existence.
They've both
Did your
gone.
familiar die as well?
Yeah, they've both gone.
Oh shit! I was gonna smash it.
Lol, you can't even get revenge.
I will say most likely my hair is also puffed out because of the static electricity that was around Kirok whenever she did her, because she had me in her claws.
Your
at the
hair is
time.
now frizzy out in the sides.
Oh.
It's less like the mane, and now it's more like a rainbow, like, all the way across kind of thing.
It's
I
more like
to
a
think
peacock
for-
kind of thing now. Like it's
Yeah,
very
it's like,
fitting
a,
thing to
she-
say.
it's like a peacock spread out kind of thing, yeah.
It's that haircut from XCOM everyone gives people as a joke.
The
I
Guy
like to
Fawkes
think-
haircut. That's what you have.
I like to think while the wild magic surge is going on, my blue feather just pointed to Kirok like a compass for a little while.
Whee! And with that, the wild magic and the magic missiles are going to be this stop talking about. So.
Kirok, how many times have I told you stop killing a familiar?
I did not do it on purpose!
You say that every single time.
That's because it's never on purpose.
Every single time.
Patting the giant, say, it's alright.
You're not
Don't
paying me back
worry
once.
too much. She's not terribly likely to explode at the moment.
Would
Isn't
you
it-
Make a
want me to
deception
explain?
check.
There is nothing to explain.
Is this really a deception check? Because I'm pretty confident she's not likely to
It's
explode
like
at the moment.
sneezing. I can't
telling you
help
to-
it. It happens.
I'm telling you to make a deception.
You owe me one familiar
I will summon you one familiar.
right now.
I cast my familiar and my own familiar appears.
I
Your familiar
cast
appears very confused.
I pet her
can't-
and say sorry.
a 5th level magic missile. Her familiar.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
so where do you target the other 9 or so
Children.
missiles?
I just target them all. I can just target them all at familiar.
No,
All-
because only one will hit. After that, the others need a new target.
Alright, I'll just target them at Kirok.
Who also casts shield as a reaction.
There we go. Now we're even. Look, Aspen.
Are you quite finished? Fine, I resummon my
I
familiar
call it
again.
Ash Glory. Can you control the children?
There's nothing I can do.
I just breathe.
I'm just gonna stand there once they're done.
Now
I'm
we're
glad you
even.
got
They
your
want to fight each other. They
I'm
have to
glad
fight
you got
me.
your revenge for my sneeze.
Now I'm happy. Just.
Meanwhile, the Manticore's thinking, oh shit, now they're fighting each other.
The medical must be loving this.
Said sorry, there's not a lot else I can do.
I just.
You've known me for over a year. You know this happens. Why are you always surprised?
Look, I'm not in the right frame of mind right now. I just. Don't worry about it.
I'm sorry, okay? You know I don't like it.
died more than me at least. And I just walk off to the other side of the hole over here somewhere. Do my own thing.
The ledgy bitch.
Walk away.
And you walk away.
No, walk away.
So the giant's now looking at all of you like, do you guys need a moment? I could just sit
I
over
think we're
there.
good now.
Never mind them.
This is my
I'm
rock
like,
now.
I don't think there is enough time in the universe for us to get our act together.
This is my rock now. I'm going to sit on it.
You go sit on your rock. As the pure spellcasters glare at each other in the corners.
Hey, I'm a pure spellcaster.
You've other things you can do. Shut up, you.
You're certainly a spellcaster, but pure, I'm not sure.
You are not pure. Cinnamon roll. Cinnamon roll.
This is just
Moldy
what I have to put out
bread.
there. Just what I have to put out there, guys.
Stale.
Kirok would not have been able to just summon a familiar like that because she can only ritual cast it. So it would take an
Oh, yeah.
hour and 10 minutes.
It's called role playing.
Shut up in the corner, you. Don't make the boot come down. A literal Monty
I'm watching
Python
you.
boot.
We can
I'm
do it the
there.
other way. Oh, you want me to summon a familiar? Okay, polymorph Varys into a cat, but we're not doing that.
You forget I can counter
Monty
spell.
Python didn't
But we're
use
not-
Children!
The moment
Children,
has passed.
Cut it!
The
Cut
moment
it!
has
Carry on.
passed.
Let's continue.
No.
Let's carry on.
Stop,
The
stop,
moment
stop,
has
stop.
passed.
Children!
Let's carry on.
Pack it in, you.
So,
Pack
so
it in. You're
how
starting
did
this
you come to be
Get
in
in.
this hole?
shit. Give me a minute to collect myself after having to shout at the children.
I thought you were saying that in character then.
No.
Both
She's far too
trying.
young to ever think of children. Running away and they found me and they threw chains around me and hooked at my ankles. At this point, you realize she's not really wearing much clothes. She's pretty much wearing rags. And at her, like, say, legs, you can see at the back of her feet. It's one of the reasons she seems to be moving quite slowly and carefully and seems to be putting a lot more weight towards, like, say, the balls of her feet. There are actually, like, massive gashes in the back of her ankles.
What were you running away
So
from?
she needs more healing?
Yeah, she's got a lot of injuries. You could certainly just apply a bit of cater healing.
Already done one cure wounds, I'll do another.
I was running away from home. Don't want to be cooped up for my entire life. I want to see the world. Even if the world is a scary place.
And where's home?
Ironslag.
I mean, we travel around, and we've got some contacts in like some organizations that look for people who like traveling the world and doing stuff. I'm personally with the Emerald Enclave. We got other people here. It's up to you. We could put you with some people who look after you and then send you out on jobs if you're interested.
I think if I was to find my way out, I'd have to hide for a while.
I don't think the Emerald Enclave is particularly antsy against giants or anything, so they'll watch you for a while.
Yeah, I don't know about the Harpers.
I just need to get away more than anything. I just want to get away.
Do I have any way of contacting Emerald Enclave outside of one of their places? I assume I must know
Nope.
some places they work. Ash, you must know some places they work.
Ash looks to you and goes, "No."
Brilliant.
I, however, can not do anything because I don't have message.
Brilliant. We'll work
Oh
out.
no, I have
something.
sending. Never mind. What am I talking about? Shit.
Why? Why do you
Why
have
what?
to hide?
They'll be mad if they find me.
Who?
She looks around all of you judgingly for the moment and kind of takes a little bit of a step back away from you all, more like a cornered animal than anything else. Dad, you never let me out, never let me go anywhere.
I look over at Glory and I just sort of go very slowly. And who is that?
She more looks around like saying the name is going to incur a boogeyman effect. My father's the Duke.
I'm gonna fly over and land on Glory's shoulder and just be like, Deep breaths now. Deep
You're a bit big to be
breaths.
landing on Glory's shoulder, by the way.
Glory is
So-
buff. She can carry Kirok.
Yeah.
I'm sure she can, but you might want to grab onto both of her shoulders. I'm not
That's
sure both
kind-
you're talented.
Probably what she does, but yeah, Kirok flutters over and is like, deep breaths. It's okay. Just
Glory's just kind of spaced. She doesn't look as pissed as you expect.
that's
On a scale from 1
probably
to
more
10, how
terrifying
much
than
do you
anything.
like your father?
He's my father. He loves me, but I just want to get away, and I know that he's going to be mad because he's worried. I want to show that I can at least survive on my own.
okay. Next important question. I don't suppose you know who we are.
No.
Good.
I stand up and say, before this carries on, this giant's under my protection as I'm healing her. No touchies.
If anybody was gonna touch her, I think they would have done by now.
I know. Sorry, we've got some beef with some giants, and just reminding the people that.
I
You're
mean,
my
there's no
patient,
point.
I'll
There's
look
no
after
point
you.
beating around the bush. We've previously had some beef with your dad.
Yeah,
Oh,
but that's neither here
And-
nor there.
I don't think he likes us.
my dad doesn't seem to like many small folk.
They're
Father,
the moon
father,
pigs, you've probably heard of us.
I'm afraid I haven't.
Champions of
Seriously?
Faerun is what most people actually know us by.
I'm afraid I know I don't know your names.
That's
Maybe
okay.
in.
Arrogant dick doesn't even know who we are.
He just doesn't care.
She doesn't.
I was
She
referring
doesn't-
to her dad.
She doesn't know who we are. It's possible by now he may know who we are. How long have
I'm
you?
sure he does.
How long have you been away from home?
3 days, 4 days.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fuck. He was there while we were. Never
That
mind.
was weeks ago.
That was
That was easily
weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it
why I
was
was.
never done.
Was he particularly mad a couple of weeks ago?
Um,
Because that probably had something to do with us.
More than
About-
usual.
2 weeks ago, we came under attack, and we all had to go to the safe room, and he just stormed out, like getting a chill up his spine. He thought something was wrong, and he just moved. I've never seen him move that quick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
that
did
was
get
us
there.
and a couple of thousand dwarves.
Yeah, he got there pretty quickly.
There was
Sorry
only
about
meant to have been 60 people that showed up, apparently, but Captain managed to rout them off for the most part.
We were a subsidiary division, so to speak.
So
I
you
jumped
were
up and
why
say,
he was shouting.
That'll be
let
it.
me explain, because I'm good at that. You see, your father kidnapped her mother, and then we came to save her mother by killing a bunch of people who were probably your family.
I mean, probably not, because we didn't actually really kill anybody there. We just
We
went
didn't-
in, saved
didn't
Laurie's
kill-
mum, and then kind of left immediately.
We
Well,
didn't
that
kill
depends.
any
Are you related to
fire
any chain
giants.
demons?
I mean,
Yeah, we
demons.
killed
I don't
two
think
of them.
demons can be classed as family. Are demons
We
classed as
we'll
family?
we maybe killed some of your pet.
Zero gives you a very weird twitchy look. It's like, now that you mention it, that actually makes more sense. Apparently, all these wires aren't quite connected yet.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, demons aren't family.
If anything, we killed some pet. Not family
Um,
members, per
Let's
se.
not focus about what we killed. The whole thing is that your dad doesn't like us because he kidnapped her mum, so we were within our reason to be a little bit upset.
And his goons nearly killed us.
That as well. But let's just leave it there, okay?
And then he
Just
destroyed
to
the town.
clarify, you're in no danger. You're my patient. Nobody's hurting you.
So wait, your legacy's daughter.
Well, Kerok kind of looks down. Kerok kind of looks down at Glory to see how she's reacting.
Glory takes a very long, deep breath. Yes, that's me.
She lifts up the side of her shirt, and you see like what can only be described as a brand, which is terrifying when the realization is on a fire giant. That is on her like say upper stomach or like lower stomach and hip on the side. I tried to give her more than she usually gets for food one day. Dad didn't like that. Said we had to keep her hungry. Didn't like anything that he did. If I would have been able to, I would have tried to help. And she's at this point pulling like further away from the group, very nervously.
Hey,
Meanwhile, I'm sort of trying to tend to
I'm
wounds and all that, so I keep falling over in the snow. Ow! I don't
I'm
even
gonna
think of it.
put-
It's like, why is this? My patients seem to keep moving.
I'm gonna put
You're breaking
you
up
cut out.
terribly.
You cut out there.
hang on, Lee help by any chance?
There, yeah.
Yep, perfect.
Good old tiny chat. I'm gonna put my weapons away because they've been present this whole time.
Yes.
Thank you. I know that couldn't have been easy.
No, it wasn't. I was always scared of what she did to make him do what he did. I always thought he would never do that unless he had a reason, or he would never do that to someone that was good. Like it was only for bad people that he always said.
He was never gonna frame things in a way that would make you turn against him. But I'm slightly biased, but I'm glad you did.
And to be fair, it's probably hard to frame the Moon Pigs as good people. I mean, we'd like to be good, but
We try to be
That's-
good, but villains never see themselves as villains.
yeah, and I did sort of just have a cleric or shaman or something eaten by fire ants.
That was horrifying.
We do what we think is right based on our own beliefs, which is more basically what everyone else does. It's just
And there was that time
unfortunate-
we doomed that village to Armageddon.
It's just
And there was a time that
stop
we led
talking.
thousands of dwarves to their death.
Please
Oops,
stop.
sorry.
I'm trying to
Zero,
talk.
you keep saying numbers, but it wasn't that. It was only about 60 people that were sent. So don't.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you
it was
need
an
is a few
army.
all you need is a few cannon crews. They just needed
there
to
you
make
go.
noise. Literally just a few cannon crews and a few slayers. That's all.
Like,
Then I'll correct my term to a few dozen in the future.
I've forgotten what I was going to say now.
Sorry.
No, it's gone.
Alright.
Do I? I'm trying to think. This is not something I would know. No, never mind.
Like, we work to what we think is right. That's what anybody else does. So, your dad thought that it was the best thing for Legacy to be in that cage so that he could use her for what he wanted to use her for, and he was like, yes, this is a good thing and it will make things better, but we were of the opinion of, no, this is a bad thing, because things will be better for us if she's free. So that's where the badness happens.
Seems more scared than anything else. Like she doesn't really have anything to say or do. It's just he looks to you all and looks back up. How can I make it up to you? All of this.
You don't need to.
You already did that by
We were just doing
running.
what we thought was right.
Then let me do what I think is right. How can I help?
I've got
You could help us lift this altar up.
I've got an idea. We've got another outcast giant friend who
I was literally just thinking this.
who might like another outcast giant friend.
What's their name?
Harshnag.
Harshnag.
Please don't hate each other. Please don't hate each other.
And they hate each
Free-
other. Oh shit.
It would be
That name's familiar to me. One of the old champions or something, I think.
He's
Frost giant.
he's pretty badass.
him. She looks now like someone who's trying to remember a lesson she was taught.
It's very familiar to me, yes.
Faran, Father, Harshnag. Getting the other two.
Please do not make me spell all these names.
No, Harshnag Faran, which you already know is
We
the
already know
Stone
those
Giant
two.
champion, and her father.
And she's written them off. Kirok is like, yes, we know them. Yes, and we know them. Yeah, oh, yeah.
I think the Fire Giants need a new champion.
I'm no warrior.
You don't need to be a warrior.
You do. To be a champion, you have to be someone who can defend their people.
Doesn't mean you have to be a warrior.
Don't need to be a warrior at all. Any band of heroes needs support. They need.
Kirok flutters down next to Zero and does the Will Smith presentation stance and goes, "Is this the body of a warrior?"
Sorry, that's a habit. I'm not actually sick.
He has a nervous twitch.
She was a demon, and you know what? If you're feeling better, I'm going to start burning these bodies before I run my mouth again.
Possibly a good idea.
I
I'm
go
not sure
around
if
start
many
burning
people
disturbing.
class
bodies.
him as a warrior, but he's certainly a champion. And then I just sort of usher him along to go do his thing.
Yeah, I'm going to burn the bodies and keep my mouth shut.
When we get out of this hole, if we'll leave, you don't have to tell us your decision. We'll leave it to you. If you do want to join us, join him. Do you know where the Eye of the Allfather is? Have you heard
No,
of it?
that's a name of legend, but no, and she looks more like she's focused on the moment. Imperator Uther is another one. Oh, I can't believe I forgot him. Storm Giant. And sorry, my thoughts were. Needless to say, this has been a very wild few minutes. Excuse me.
I understand.
We might want to find. What time is it?
You're probably about 4 p.m.
Guys, we still
So-
need to get what we came here for.
Yes, let me help.
You can rest up if you want. I've got this.
Yeah.
I'd rather not stick my arm in again, if that can be avoided.
Has the altar
Someone
been
else.
lifted?
She moves over towards the altar, and
It's going to do what I can do, but twice as well.
Now you can stick your arm in.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
I mean, no one has to stick their arm in.
It did
you
last
watch
time.
as she just puts her shoulder up to it, and begins trying to dig her hands underneath it as she's getting that bit of leverage. And with all the strength she has, she just seems to just try to pull. She can't seem to get it up fully, but she's pulling and pulling and
I'll
pulling
help.
up.
I cast
If you
enlarge on
need to.
her.
Or you could do that.
Holy Christ, she'll be big.
In that moment, you guys get the horrible realization that this is probably the size she's going to be when she's older. And
Jesus Christ.
Ah, she takes
lifts-
after her father!
Please don't say that.
more like that actually now. Lifts up almost.
The
now
map
with
is
no
the right
effort.
size.
Almost with no effort, lifts it up, and is holding the thing aloft. And underneath, there is the cracked horn.
Strength goals.
The the fossilized horn made from the tusk of a mammoth and engraved with images of giants fighting dragons.
Ooh.
So you pull it out, she leaves it back down. You now have that.
I'm actually going to get a piece of paper out and my pen and basically write the directions to the Eye of the Allfather, but using illusionary script, so that only she can read it, and to anybody else, it just basically says just gibberish.
That's a good idea.
Okay. You write it out and you explain it to her. She begins like very intently once she's reduced down, leaning over and looking, and pointing out and questioning points as you go. Because you guys have traveled around that area enough.
Kira can help
Um,
with her excellent memory for terrain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we've got a map as well that we can just sort of show her where it is on the map.
Yeah,
That
but he's
helps,
sketching the map as well for the path.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
so all of this together, she's definitely going to be able to find her way.
Can me and Ash pen a letter in Drudaic to any Emerald Enclave members to help her on her way?
Not the easiest thing to do. Like, who are you going to have the letter be sent by? A creature you summon, which will
We're
disappear
not
shortly
sending
after?
it. We're just handing her the letter. So if she ends up, picking up a druid or
Yeah,
something, it's
more
like,
like
why is
a
there a giant in my
commendation.
land? It's like, oh, I have a letter.
Like a
Oh, yeah.
commendation.
Yeah, you could definitely do that. So you can, like, say, take a piece of bark from one of the trees that wasn't burnt and carve onto it with that in Druidcraft, present it to her and explain this to her.
I was going to say Drudaic as in the writing, not
Well,
actual
yeah.
Druidcraft, but that works too.
Druidcraft, you can
Fairly
use
double
like
proofs.
a script of Druidaic.
Yeah.
Druidcraft can be used to write Druidaic, so yeah.
Yep, and it only strengthens the proof that this is in fact from an Emerald Enclave member.
And you do in fact put the Emerald Enclave symbol on it, which then fades into it. So only someone who reads Druidaic will be able to spot it.
Yep.
She looks all, thank you. Just have to figure my way out now.
I've
help
got
with
that,
that, I'm
and
sure.
you're actually going to help us get out as well. And I cast Spider Climb on her.
Okay, she's still enlarged by Kirok.
So yeah, it's like, you just touch walls and you'll be able to sort of stick to the. You can climb up walls now.
She tests for a moment and then fully understands how to and begins pulling herself up a bit. If anyone wants to get on
I
onto
grab
my
on.
back,
I'm
so a few
gonna
people.
I just fly.
Oh.
Yeah, it depends what other people are doing. If she can carry me as well, I'll go up that. If not, I'll go up the rope. Depends.
So
Later.
her enlarged could carry all of you.
Yeah, quite
Okay,
easily.
then yeah, hop on then. Fuck it.
Kira will still just fly.
You
I'm
guys
gonna
hang
put
on,
it
and she
on.
just King Kongs her way up.
Gloria's acutely aware this is the closest she's been to a fire giant without attacking one.
As we're going up, I'd like to wave goodbye to the Manticore.
There's a little manticore peace symbol that is just pointed out towards you.
Tells mine. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys rise up. Funnily
Rise
enough,
up.
you guys
Don't.
rise up.
What?
When you're living on your knees.
Tell your brother that he's gotta rise up.
You've made a critical mistake.
Is she fully healed, by the way?
Basically.
If not, I'm sure Ask would throw a bit of lay on hands on her.
I'm not fully healed.
Ask is going to lay on hands, Kirok, for however much she's got.
Thank you.
There we go.
I need
Another
like, I
couple
need
for
like
what?
45 HP.
Just take it. How much do you need?
Yeah, no, 45, I think she said.
No,
You need 40.
no, it's
You've
closer.
got
Closer to
45.
it's closer to 35.
I mean, I'm not going to write it down because I'm sure you're going to rest, but I'm sure she can do it. She's got 50 points.
That's fine.
Okay, so
I'm going to conjure 10 good berries and give them to her and say, these only last for a day, but bizarrely enough, even at your size, these will fill you. They're magic berries. Don't eat too many of them despite their size because, like I said, they're magic and they fill quite surprisingly.
okay. She looks towards the thing that she has, the parchments, the very small parchment, but she holds it very close and begins trying to like make sense of it, and looks around, judging where she is and where you guys are. The mountains are that way.
Just before you
Follow them
go,
across.
can we have a quick discussion between ourselves? Group huddle, guys.
What?
Hang on a minute.
Do we get into a group huddle?
I guess.
Yeah, group huddle. Go ahead.
We have a habit of doing this. Is she a Moonpig now? I can give her a whistle.
She's not a moonpig.
No.
Okay. It's up to you
Also, while
guys.
we're in the huddle, when somebody gains the ability to send a message, someone should tell the Harshnag to expect a friendly fire giant because
Oh,
he
I
may
mean-
I
well.
send a message.
I mean, me and Roman can both do that.
While they're group huddling.
Do you send that message right now, Roman, as she says it?
I mean, Kirok, can't you do that with your stone?
Can't remember if it has a range.
you have
I
Send-
do send a message
Out
saying,
character, you can do it with your
expect
stone.
friendly.
Oh, okay then.
Expect
Okay,
a fire giant friend to come.
her name?
She is a good person.
Hey kid!
Expect in a few weeks.
I come out of the huddle. Hey kid,
Yes. Yes.
can I ask what your name is?
I had it up. Just
I was
I
like,
had
You
it.
guys do this to me all the time, fuckers!
Cinder Hild.
Damn, that's a good name.
Also, name
Yeah,
is
that's outside.
Cinder Hill. Send.
I think I'm spelling that wrong, by the way.
Cinderhild Zolto.
Don't
Yeah.
bring that name into this conversation.
She has to have a surname.
I'm gonna extend my hand to her.
She extends her much larger fire giant hand down to
Do
you.
not care.
Okay.
I shake her hand and I say, "You're proof that maybe I was wrong about your kind of people."
Out of character, I cast banishment.
And I'm very glad you said out of
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I need to say out of character in the beginning of that.
Yes, you do.
He did.
I take some of my tea leaves and
You've
Just
already
wrap-
done enough. You sit down, fuck.
I wrap my 4 silver pieces with all the money I have to my name and I say, it's not much, but some money can help you travel.
I grab it out of his hand.
Oi!
Money!
It's for her!
Zero, I
Give that back.
appreciate the sentiment, but I'm not sure she's going to be encountering any shops along the spine of the world.
Yes, but
True.
you never know when money can come in handy.
What probably would be
thank
handy
you,
is
but-
if you could find something to keep you warm. It's going to get very cold up there. I know
She's a
you're a fire
Um,
giant, but ice is ice.
We have a bit of an internal heating sort of thing going. We can stand the cold quite well.
It's very
um,
cold.
I imagine.
Come on, Kirok. She's a fire giant. She's literally fire.
And you're
come
a
on.
gnome.
I have this nice comfy jacket that I got from the other place, so I'm good.
I also need to consider how likely it is for me to find clothes that fit me. So I'm just going to, if I find cover or any sort of warmth, I'll use it.
If
and,
you encounter a winter wolf, that's a possibility.
True.
Fucking just coat. Ah.
Like for one arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like there we are.
Just 3 more fuckers. Ooh, a pack.
Roman, mark down that you've got 4 silver because Zero's forgotten about it.
Yep.
Jesus.
Oh, shit. Thank you all.
I made a roll and
Really?
he lost.
Really, thank you all. I'd suggest moving though, soon. I
Don't
know my
worry.
father would have sent people out to look for me, and if they can't find me, then they'll keep searching because they're not going to go back to him empty-handed.
Don't worry, we
We'll have
have
to go.
ways to get around.
Not to mention I've got loads of shit to do all over the fucking joint.
Well, speaking of things to do, are we not heading back to drop off some items? We've got a lot to carry.
Yeah, we are.
Do you want to? Should we?
Swim.
Should we? Zap
we
to
fly?
Evelyn so it's at least somewhere safe to sleep? Because some of us could probably use a rest. We used Huru to get here.
Can we
can't-
world
can't
map,
use him
please? Thank you.
again.
We're on world map.
Sorry.
Sorry, I've just tapped out. Where is?
That's how
Gonna
much you
be-
used of Hero.
Yeah.
So, to be
we've
fair,
used
you've moved most of them.
Huru.
We used 90% of Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do my conjure animals trick a couple of times.
I mean,
Uh, we
No,
could-
I can take that.
Oh.
If we can bounce to Evelyn, then we can have a long rest.
Or are we going back to the Eye of the Allfather?
Yes.
Gauntlet Grim? Oh no, you can't go there. Never mind.
I mean, if you want to sleep, I can do it somewhere. Because I've not got it prepared right now.
Ah.
We can camp somewhere, right?
We have to go a bit away from where we're near.
Let's
Yeah, I'm
fly,
not sure if you notice there's a manticore down there.
Let's fly. Well, we're not down there right now, so let's fly as far as we
Yeah, but they
can
can fly.
towards the eye, and then let's take a nap. Let's go camping. We haven't camped out in so long.
I might be able to follow you or be somewhat close behind. If that's the case, then I'm probably going to go as quickly as I can.
If we want to go straight to the eye, then we might as well head north rather than going back south.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We might as well head to the spine and take the spine as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Oh,
that'll be
yeah.
an easy
Which one?
walk.
Well, we'll fly most
Who
of that.
said anything about walking?
Yeah, good point.
I
You
totally
probably
forgot
find
about
a
my
good camping spot on top of a mountain.
We've done it before.
Hey, we could go back to Felbar and walk to Gauntlet Grim through the Underdark if you wanted to.
No.
No!
Underdark!
Never again.
Never again.
I was joking, guys.
I know, but
I
I, take
wasn't.
these things very seriously.
How's
My
your
father was
hand
down there.
looking?
My father was down
Shush.
there a few weeks ago, and even he did not like the Underdark.
I think we
Yeah,
saw
that's
him.
Yeah, we saw him
did.
briefly.
Yeah, we saw him. And that vampire that's still got various curses. You know,
Zero,
I shouldn't really
shush.
talk so much.
What?
There's all kinds of shit that's going on with us. Don't worry about it, kid.
Okay.
Remember when I said we have ways of getting around? We've been like to the opposite side of Faerun in almost a day.
That's terrifying impressive. Don't suppose there's any way you could allow me to have that, or me to do that with you, or
I'm not sure
I
it
mean,
can
look
carry
at-
your size.
I think
I mean,
a rock can carry
Yeah.
one
a rock,
giant.
One
a rock
giant.
was bred to be a mount
Yeah,
for a giant.
Or giant. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the speed of Huru compared to like giant eagles that Zero can summon? I know it's a
Not
lot,
way
but
faster.
like what's
Huru is
the
Huru
difference?
100,
is-
114 miles.
I see.
Rocks are the fastest creature in the entire monster manual, in my opinion.
Yeah.
When you consider how fast they can
Yeah.
fly and how they
Could
get the whole
Technically-
terrain.
Huru conceivably drop Cinder off and then come back?
Yeah, for flying there, but I mean, it couldn't do it in a day because he has to rest.
No, that's true.
So Kirok would, if she dropped him off, Kirok would be alone with Huru on the
Well,
side
how
of
about
the
we fly to
mountain.
a camping spot and she with us for the night?
I'm down.
But
And
yeah, I
as
Can
you
should-
also-
all of you begin planning your resting for the night, Roman, you get the response of "what" from your send,
Wow.
and
Hero.
that's where we're going to end the session.
Huru can carry
Oh, I
500
wanted to-
pounds at max speed or 1,000 pounds at half speed.
She is a ogre-sized because she's a young one, so she's about the size of a half ogre. So she weighs about 600 pounds.
So there you go.
He'd
So
be a
we
whole
could actually
state
technically take everybody.
He could carry all of us once he's had a rest.
And
Well, that
basically, have to do,
basically
like,
means-
3 rests that we have to do.
So that's basically going to be like boop, there. So the slow meter mark is that one. It's about half of the normal one. And I'm just going to use it roughly.
It does mean that he can carry Turk with him whenever we need to.
Hmm.
Turk doesn't have to be dismissed.
Turk
But
always
either way,
like
keep
"No,
those.
So, would I have had Varys, before we went to bed, identified the knife?
You could ask him.
Varys,
Um,
could you identify this? before
So
we
are you
go?
guys going to identify everything that you found?
No,
I mean, potentially.
Yes or no?
If,
No.
If,
Okay.
For price. Not right now, I'm not.
How much
Don't worry
gold?
about it next.
Next time, fucker. I said we're landing the session.
yes, we'll sort it out next week.
Varys,
don't
I,
mind.
Patient.
I just
I nearly
mind
called you.
the-
I called you Varys out of character.
I just remind Cinder to keep a hold of those letters even though she's going with us because there's always the chance we can get separated. The world isn't a safe place.
If you want to find out what we do, tune in next Wednesday. We'll see you then.
And remember to
care,
shop at
everybody.
Game Tea.
Peace out, nerds.
I'm gonna stab somebody with this knife.
Yeah.